the damage which this clique of neo-colonialist conspirators are doing to our country. At the bidding of their overseas neo-colonialist masters, they are dismantling the work of 15 years. They are telling you that Ghana is bankrupt. They are telling you that our country is in debt to the extent of some 240 million pounds. What fools they are. How ignorant for them to think that you believe these stupid lies. Open your eyes and look around you. See for yourself. See the splendid new Tama Harbour. See the mighty water dam. See the fine roads which we have built under the leadership of the Convention People's Party and its government. See the schools, the colleges and the universities. See the clinics, hospitals, health centers and the facilities which we have created. See the factories which are already springing up. These are no debts. These are not debts. They are investments in our future as an independent nation. These are the physical guarantees of the bright new future which I have promised you and I have been working for. Together, we can put our Ghana firmly and squarely on its own feet. Together, we can create the things we need for ourselves instead of going cap in hand for charity handouts from foreign powers whose only wish is to exploit us and make us vassals to their interests. I know these are hard and trying days for you. I have never tried to conceal from you that real independence, that is to say economic independence, does not come without hard struggle and sacrifice. Unlike the cheats and deceivers, the liars and traitors who are now trying to lord it over you, I have never promised you any easy road. I have respected your good sense, your capacity for work, your pride in yourselves, and your sense of national dignity. Why do you think these traitors, these agents and lackeys of colonialism and of international intrigue to destroy the independence of Ghana, chose this moment to perform their dastardly act? I will tell you, less than 1 month before they struck to destroy all our hard work, we had inaugurated the first electricity from the water dam. Only 3 days before this treachery, we had signed a new agreement to irrigate the mighty Accra Plains. At last, we were on the threshold of a great new victory. We had in 1957 won our political independence after years of struggle. Now in 1966, we were at the threshold of winning our economic independence. The same people who tried to sabotage our winning of political independence 9 years ago have now stopped to sabotage our economic independence and are systematically dismantling our socialist gains and achievements. Before the traitors and the rebellious National Liberation Council tried to usurp power during my absence from Ghana, Ghana was a haven to which the oppressed from all parts of Africa could come to carry on their struggle. It was a haven for freedom fighters, for independence and against colonialism. The name of Ghana was revered all over the African continent as a staunch friend of the oppressed. African brothers from South Africa, from Rhodesia, from Mozambique and Angola, from the so-called Portuguese Guinea and the Cape Verde Islands and other oppressed colonial areas were given hospitality amongst us. Do you think that this is something of which we needed to be ashamed? Not at all. On the contrary, it was something of which we should be justly proud. Haven't we proclaimed that the independence of Ghana is meaningless until it is linked up with the total liberation of Africa? Now, hundreds of these brave freedom fighters who came to our country trusting us to look after them and help them in their struggle against colonial oppression, and believing as we do that Africa and the struggle for freedom is indivisible. These brave men and women have been sent back, bag and baggage, by this traitorous clique to the countries from which they had fled to seek refuge, inspiration, and protection in Ghana. Countrymen, a new phase of the African Revolution has been reached. This revolution must overcome and triumph over imperialism, racialism, and neocolonialism. It must finally usher in the total emancipation and the political unification of our continent. Africa must be free. Africa must be united. Fellow countrymen, my heart is heavy as I witness the damage which this clique of neo-colonialist conspirators are doing to our country. At the bidding of their overseas neo-colonialist masters, they are dismantling the work of 15 years. They are telling you that Ghana is bankrupt. They are telling you that our country is in debt to the extent of some 240 million pounds. What fools they are. How ignorant for them to think that you believe these stupid lies. Open your eyes and look around you. See for yourself. See the splendid new Tama Harbor. See the mighty water dam. See the fine roads which we have built under the leadership of the Convention People's Party and its government. See the schools, the colleges, and the universities. See the clinics, hospitals, health centers, and the facilities which we have created. See the factories which are already springing up. These are no debts. These are not debts. They are investments in our future as an independent nation. These are the physical guarantees of the bright new future which I have promised you and I have been working for. Together, we can put our Ghana firmly and squarely on its own feet. Together, we can create the things we need for ourselves instead of going cap in hand for charity handouts from foreign powers whose only wish is to exploit us and make us vassals to their interests. I know these are hard and trying days for you. I have never tried to conceal from you that real independence, that is to say economic independence, does not come without hard struggle and sacrifice. Unlike the cheats and deceivers, the liars and traitors who are now trying to lord it over you, I have never promised you any easy road. I have respected your good sense, your capacity for work, your pride in yourselves, and your sense of national dignity. Why do you think these traitors, these agents and lackeys of colonialism and of international intrigue to destroy the independence of Ghana, chose this moment to perform their dastardly act? I will tell you, less than 1 month before they struck to destroy all our hard work, we had inaugurated the first electricity from the water dam. Only 3 days before this treachery, we had signed a new agreement to irrigate the mighty Accra Plains. At last, we were on the threshold of a great new victory. We had in 1957 won our political independence after years of struggle. Now in 1966, we were at the threshold of winning our economic independence. The same people who tried to sabotage our winning of political independence 9 years ago have now stopped to sabotage our economic independence and are systematically dismantling our socialist gains and achievements. Before the traitors and the rebellious National Liberation Council tried to usurp power during my absence from Ghana, Ghana was a haven to which the oppressed from all parts of Africa could come to carry on their struggle. It was a haven for freedom fighters, for independence and against colonialism. The name of Ghana was revered all over the African continent as a staunch friend of the oppressed. African brothers from South Africa, from Rhodesia, from Mozambique and Angola, from the so-called Portuguese Guinea and the Cape Verde Islands and other oppressed colonial areas were given hospitality amongst us. Do you think that this is something of which we needed to be ashamed? Not at all. On the contrary, it was something of which we should be justly proud. Haven't we proclaimed that the independence of Ghana is meaningless until it is linked up with the total liberation of Africa? Now, hundreds of these brave freedom fighters who came to our country trusting us to look after them and help them in their struggle against colonial oppression, and believing as we do that Africa and the struggle for freedom is indivisible. These brave men and women have been sent back, bag and baggage, by this traitorous clique to the countries from which they had fled to seek refuge, inspiration and protection in Ghana. Countrymen, a new phase of the African Revolution has been reached. This revolution must overcome and triumph over imperialism, racialism and neocolonialism. It must finally usher in the total emancipation and the political unification of our continent. Africa must be free. Africa must be united. Fellow countrymen, my heart is heavy as I witness the damage which this clique of neo-colonialist conspirators are doing to our country. At the bidding of their overseas neo-colonialist masters, they are dismantling the work of 15 years. They are telling you that Ghana is bankrupt. They are telling you that our country is in debt to the extent of some 240 million pounds. What fools they are. How ignorant for them to think that you believe these stupid lies. Open your eyes and look around you. See for yourself. See the splendid new Tama Harbor. See the mighty water dam. See the fine roads which we have built under the leadership of the Convention People's Party and its government. See the schools, the colleges and the universities. See the clinics, hospitals, health centers and the facilities which we have created. See the factories which are already springing up. These are no debts. These are not debts. They are investments in our future as an independent nation. These are the physical guarantees of the bright new future which I have promised you and I have been working for. Together, we can put our Ghana firmly and squarely on its own feet. Together, we can create the things we need for ourselves instead of going cap in hand for charity handouts from foreign powers whose only wish is to exploit us and make us vassals to their interests. I know these are hard and trying days for you. I have never tried to conceal from you that real independence, that is to say economic independence, does not come without hard struggle and sacrifice. Unlike the cheats and deceivers, the liars and traitors who are now trying to lord it over you, I have never promised you any easy road. I have respected your good sense, your capacity for work, your pride in yourselves, and your sense of national dignity. Why do you think these traitors, these agents and lackeys of colonialism and of international intrigue to destroy the independence of Ghana, chose this moment to perform their dastardly act? I will tell you, less than 1 month before they struck to destroy all our hard work, we had inaugurated the first electricity from the water dam. Only 3 days before this treachery, we had signed a new agreement to irrigate the mighty Accra Plains. At last, we were on the threshold of a great new victory. We had in 1957 won our political independence after years of struggle. Now in 1966, we were at the threshold of winning our economic independence. The same people who tried to sabotage our winning of political independence 9 years ago have now stopped to sabotage our economic independence and are systematically dismantling our socialist gains and achievements. Before the traitors and the rebellious Africa must be free. Africa must be united. Fellow countrymen, my heart is heavy as I witness the damage which this clique of neo-colonialist conspirators are doing to our country. At the bidding of their overseas neo-colonialist masters, they are dismantling the work of 15 years. They are telling you that Ghana is bankrupt. They are telling you that our country is in debt. Fellow freedom fighters, comrades and friends, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to Accra and to this conference of African freedom fighters and supporters of the growing movement for Africa's liberation and unity. It is good for our cause to have a periodic meeting of this kind to examine our position in the great struggle to rid Africa completely and forever of imperialism and its handmaidens, colonialism and neo-colonialism. Africa is rich and not poor. As the great wealth that has been taken out of our continent over 5 centuries of spoliation and extortion very well proves. Africa has immense actual and potential wealth: gold, diamond, copper, manganese, bauxite, iron ore, uranium, asbestos, chrome, cobalt, a host of other minerals. Our essential agricultural produce have all been drained away by colonialist imperialism. Africa is far from being poor. It is Africans who are poor, not Africa. And they are poor because of the uncounted profit that has been made out of the exploitation of their labor and their lands. If we are being baited to enter a European community, we must have something that community needs, and needs badly, when it pretends to offer a bonus by way of aid.
That's right, 29 minutes past the hour of 2. Good afternoon and welcome. Yema dom, nem pem pem, pem pem and dom. Yema pepiankoma akwaba. Emra ne evye jumedi so. Ema munyina ha na yemisa se empom te saying. Anenso ya da utwedi ampo nyankropom basa ya dom. Kukurumuti ya sana wapo enye yenwaye. Na eneno etwa se yeme yeneje na yeshemu ye. Across the breadth and length of our country, across the 16 regions, from wherever you are listening to us from, we welcome you. And I say that it's a pleasure driving you from now to 6 p.m. Certainly, this is the voice for the voiceless, and this is your gatekeeper of this nation, Midin. Nana Otu DarKo. Ghana mine kasamafuni for this purpose I was given to humanity. Wenti na twedi amponsoma me free stro asebeba fa koma me manfo we ase enti yebeboa magana ni so de hu na wadontedi mu no yeyi asiamamu mapomia. Yes, we will be on that drive in making sure that our country attain that height that it deserves. Baby be out here free bia yenda was a bro whether uti free lorry stations. You do lorry stations here, not just trotro drivers, ne passengers. Yermase, yena the taxi rank for unswase. Osha drivers what taxi ranks book men, neon book women. You know, and our passengers are who do Monsuya Damase. Filling stations, I'm a beam, my badem, ATA, Monsuya Damase. wo akwankwani ase na wo so wotie ya yenom sane ye fa adwen mo so ya damase ebi mo so tie yen free wom office they say me ma me ba ko bi your friend Madam Susie audit service we are ardent listener of the Citizen Show, and I'm sure by this time you are glued to your radio set. Mama, thank you so much for joining the fray every time we are on air. Abuja yabe nearby yatana kunya bunus ya crowd, we are ready to serve our country. And yabe juma ya fast the PSA ma Commander Buham kwabena bobiansa baby a commander who be honored na kunya na fame na me so mehwe so enti baby a kwabena ewo bia ye nana se na en kan kire kwabena so hu bobia on kan kire ansa se ye da commander se nyesa no obi say bars and adwuma bebre wo ha ye betie free but of course ye fast the PSA emma eneskwa mekwache paite and Minia Okwawia, my producers say ene jumedi o mahyehyɛ ne kama sɛ membetena na manyu fans. King Bello himself is here. The man King Bello is here with my man Black Kofa. What you say on bomachidom. I said tetetutrubento no. Fantastic element. Kwadon Krumenti ya fly on Facebook. He's such a fantastic guy. Now these are the pillars. I want to jumedi nechi ene evie. And I'm so happy to say a back presenters are of course Class Media Group and yes yeah kakam for you, but you know we have quality here and the likes of Kimbello, Blackover, Dr. Kimo and the idea but and then me a school system the kind of indiscipline also the kind of indiscipline ekoso it was say ye pe ho pomasibre. I want to wade into that kind of conversation a bit, but okwanwia anka mamini sankomo kakra, but mamini kan so announce say and ye bedwafo betena se empanyufo baasa very important people enche bedum din betudwa won betena konwa bunu so na ya papa and say me twe na basane sre. So we have some important conversation here on the show this afternoon. Na menkai abusuan so say chairman Wing Gobbit press and so mahunu release and ye be one-on-one briefly and sana ya tena say na ye DFE enkomo but ma menti adwuma we free what I want to do free ne enra mete say Commander Boham eka and I think say one good thing that need to be amplified. I'm saying no na or share aduanom wo NDC especially one edi wonwa social media say ma omontin na ene me the serial callers kra aneka ho ene me the minuanom diasporans aneka ho adokwa sem ne say busuya there are times in politics wan hwe ya obefa once na ho abufu na wabrukro and munim the love I have for the grassroots. Me me contested for NDC Deputy National Communications in Mashase say me kasa for the grassroots in NDC. No. For a very long time, I have been consistent with my advocacy. I have been a lead proponent when it comes to the forward march of the grassroots in NDC. It's in me contesting as a means the grassroots. But the point I'm making is say the grassroots matter. Eti okwembia so a yebefa so aboa grassroots no a good agenda. Send ya grassroots whether branch members, branch executives, whether constituency executives, anyone who work from home must be who say you don't part in your for so. I'm sure say sabren beba. In fact, o kan chro no kra ye osenkafo ho matimi ensa jimba akoko o se bibia wonemre. So I know that there are times we are going to wail, but there are times in so enipa bra bobesesa. And we should also understand sebi Yanini Rome DarKo. Rome was not built in a day. When it comes to appointment, say enkrofo koye adwuma ebi mu de be ba no pa ebi mu de be ba wia ebi mu de be ba anwumre na ne enti amemeka we ni say yanhweye na yanhye grassroots no so nkran a na sabi tafrache ahead of the 2028 elections akwada ne buachi bidin. I know say your ministers of state oma fatu am so say okwambia so boa President Mahama ni so de ho na okwan bia so ma boa na grassroots no enso etima form to pefra. So there are so many of them who are doing so well. Almost support the grassroots, especially in their constituencies. We have members of parliament in Swa. One year NDC and a majority members of parliament I can also vouch for them. They are doing so well. And we have others in Swa Sebi. Men kase ABA wama bon, but ABA they are trying their best. Only say ABA enye enough. But the point I'm making is that sanka yenina yetime de yensa eko efom honum kakra. Anko bit say President Mahama ni kumbe jono kakra. Anko bit say Chief of Staff kra ni kumbe jono kakra. In fact, anka ministers ni bi kra kumbe jono kakra. Sanka yenina ye yen kakra DCs, MCs, government appointees at the assembly level. So be a sum na ya boa boys ni girls ni kakra. You know, I'm sure say anka niema bekoyi. But anyways, better late than never. Adia baako a me pesa grassroots neti ase before me ba ne na commander kan ran say. You see, aban bi aba power and me no muntie me because I've always been your advocate. It me pese ye disankobo yi. Aban bi aba power. Saban ne pese otena power cha. It was so hwe the economic status of the country first. Aban bi aba power. Eti apart from Akufo-Addo aban, Nana Akufo-Addo aban there, I don't know, he ascended the reins of leadership to accomplish his self-aggrandizement. Say Yebeka say, why president? You know, so that is how he became. I mean, and yes, say bia wamu ba samu ba Ghana ye. And we have only two political parties in Ghana, the NDC and the rest, because MPP are done a pressure group. Because already the way Nana Otu DarKo no Rabam yamu taking over the reins of Ghana. It was so shocking. You ask yourself, oh, Sabi, are you penny fui omu no Ghana? And of course, and the young way in say MPP omu no Ghana. Na party ya uwo mua Sabi opa pa mo bra opa penny ding wabusu ya penny yen to car unya position wom. You call that a political party? NDC. They don't care where you come from. They don't care whether or not you have made name or you've made capital. They just don't care. What NDC cares? They say, Ubet Juma, and so they give opportunities to the youth. So and that is the kind of political party I'll project. So they came to destroy, and NDC has come to fix. So your party to say NDC. Now you inherited such economy in comatose. Economy it is only incumbent on you say obesisha economy ni. Eti obi to say honorable Ato Forcing, Yenyanas finance minister. Obi to say honorable Esiama, Dr. Esiama, Bank of Ghana governor. Yenyano hodom. Osha obi to say honorable Samuel Jemfi, Yenyano gold board lawyer, Yenyano gold board. And this trial, oka ahwadia omo ye bom. Now for me to say honorable Eriko Poku, a dreamer wobo a great ministry. O for me to say honorable Ama Kofibwa, a dreamer obo, the lands ministry. O for me to say honorable John Jinapo, a dreamer obo, energy ministry. O hema mi ofoswe jare, a dreamer obo, the ministry of industries. O be to say Sam George, honorable. Ejuma Obo, Communications and Innovation Center. Ofobi say Mami Jifa Gomeshi, Ejuma Obo, tourism. Ofobi say Honorable Akando Minta, Ejuma Obo, the health sector. I mean, Honorable Kujotua Blakwa, fantastic man by all standards. Bilateral trade, any bilateral relationship, and there will be able now their countries. Now, those who are betting me cry to who here visa because we have a certain Okujuta Blakwa as the foreign minister of our country. Abusia minister Mamodi and Fachame Mudoso. But I am saying, say Krofokui Amabubo Mudin no more Mamo Mudin because Omudoso, including other high commissioners, mayors, regional ministers are Ebo Jumano. They needed to first fix the economy of Ghana. NDC for largely Kotua Bano. But the point is that there are some element Ghana for one politically inclined. And PMP, NDC, PP. You're from the floating voters. Wɔn hwɛ sɛ ne nneɛma kɔ a na magyina so ato aba na sɛ nkurɔfoɔ no sɛ wɔanyɛ economy ni yie a wontumi nsan magyina wɔn anim biem. So the first year of President John Dramani Mahama, they needed to fix the economy of Ghana. And Abusia, I have come to report, as you know, say, never in history. And me, look, I have been young. At least I saw the economy of Rollins, how he ran it. The economy of Kufuor, how he ran it. The economy of Professor Mills, how he ran it. The economy of John Dramani Mahama 1, how he ran it. The economy of Nana Otu DarKo Akufo-Addo, send or run here, and the economy of John Dramani Mahama II. And I am saying this, ladies and gentlemen, without any shred of equivocation, say never in history. And in a space of just 1 year, Yenya president of my economy, I'm a Huatwing to say John Dramani Mahama. And this is not as if I love John Mahama more than all the other presidents. Me, I'm a JJ boy, but no cry, no cry. Yeah, I'm a JJ boy, but no cray, no cray. For them to establish that agenda, oh yeah, then Sikano be kwa kakra we botum, but ebebwa Ghana. Me banma be the ababe susu why we must help the grassroots and why you must join. Send and then commander eka no eto makomaso. In fact, enra commander mo bon komo bebre, but near to makomaso pan say all hands on deck say we should come back. Send my MP before throne and fly. And this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call on your conscience that we rally around that table of brotherhood and push a certain agenda. That agenda we must push. Send a bear, Ghana bet my fan into my pefra. Says so be a NDC new. One day I can war. Says a journalist for NDC for. That be on MPP, me and Centrani. Mr. Meko contest MPP. Ya mami akonya krant na so. Nanka pese ya mami ketesa me na so. But not NDC. Not NDC. So journalists are now NDC, teachers are now NDC, traders, market women, NDC for. Says so for cry NDC for. As me say there are only 2 political parties in Ghana, NDC and the rest. MPP are done a pressure group. You can't count. And one thing I'm here, Bushia, one more fix the economy of Ghana. Time President John Dramani Mahama take over. Me can we send a beya yaw no. Ebeba from Kakra, the engineers saba back together. Na yama abai we mne Kakra to fix the grassroots, which I know they will fix. Because say abai no fix the grassroots, no na yam fix the economy no, and don't see a problem. Abusia na make admit here. You ever say Nana Otu DarKo appointment, fantastic. Me da yesu ase. Na yama Ghana appointment, and I am fix Ghana. Otu DarKo de beko ne bottom, but 2028 Ghana for no be dwa, and they will not give you that opportunity. When they came to office, now this country was saddled with about 651 billion Ghana cedis as Ghana's debt. It was a fixes idea. IMF conditionalities, the austerity measures are taking over. Now they needed to fix around some of those things. MPP in power, at the electricity, the water, say when you debate Yamuka, and to every quarter near 2 lighting, or be back in say John Mahama. There be abonia for no. Abonia for the catch line say, well, quite these are some of the ways you first way to Musicano. There be near to 2 electricity, near to 2 water bill. John Mahama has been faced with this kind of evil. He must face it. Eti utomo say abai no nkasa no enye se awurade nsa na wo Mahama so a chale ankenya ize Bible say na so ni papa di o man so a wo man di ye na emu atrimodin for MPP for ebedi o man so a wo man si apene aya kan Bible ni ye MPP o pate o use Bible bay ebia use new translation and no makini MPP kofa King James. What you say? Na say ni papa 40 NDC for. John Mahama di anim di o man so a. Wo man di ye. Na mo ni papa ni papa ni for. Ti say MPP e be di o man so a. Wo man si apeni. O de ko Old Testament no. Em say we no be wo apocryphal. But the point I'm making is that abai no kura mpo no ma yade ma e say praise one. Say ni o metimi ate Ghana ni mo no. Eti abusua. That is just about how na yesa aban ni adwuma ansana o ma baba hwen enu nti na bia o mu ni kan hwen no But me ti hen so de me ko so aka aban ne say etwa so mo hwe etwa say aban ne hwa grassroots no etwa say aban ne hwa the diaspora won mo edom sika boaboa no beboa elections ahead of the 2024 empanyifo bia efra brochire search mansake mo osofo bonso mo all the world New Jersey connect Australia for no won nyina ese hwe grassroots for a mo so koto aba branch member kumi Adenta kumi so about youth organizer because MPP mo no nipa sa. I mean, Kumi o emi amadan for, but I'll tell him. MPP mo nipa sa, so people like Kumi Adenta Kumi said ne we national youth organizer. Come on. National youth organizer. National youth organizer and MPP. Those times obey MPP even assembly member couldn't be easy. And I could Adenta Kumi say yantonyu man yantonyu friend because yachina to yachiwa to mti. As I come never be answer president. The captain smart vice president. Hey, actually tumpa. Is it about that? But the Kumi Adenta and Adenta Kumi eba for the national youth organizer of MPP. Because Emre. Eti Mr. Mamo ma MPP agenda no nyadwuma. Mamo ma MPP phone kan kire say ya bre inform ho. Mamo ma MPP phone kan say atoba ha inform ho. Oba Facebook anu ahia man, ya ba Facebook. Me ba to na me ka ati ase, wo bia benya ne de nkakra say wo ye Ghana ni nko. O ti ase, wo bia benya ne de nkakra. Say agenda ma start no, ana mo ba manya den ka kire mo say inform ho. Omo inform asa mo ntro position. Ye cheche duane na wa brochire na di wo mu nko e be fra mo wadi bi. Eti million mo a mo the grassroots. Me wa hai we will keep on advocating. But the point I'm making is me and Kase this time my social media be defend the party no ana agenda of John Dramani Mahama ye serial callers afa kra de ye shede nya bibi etienti mi mfre. The point I'm making is say omudi kan hwe no man hwe Ghana there's a problem so they must first take care of Ghana. Whilst we push say munyina obi anso benya ne de na anuanom nso e wase ho no mo no MCs ni DCs no mo so momwa de bia meka ebi pe police ni niema nyina Ghana former qualify mo form shem enya afa ne be kambrofo mesra mo time aye pom kokromoti ne yanka brofo enya afa ne kokubisa kokromoti nsa ko school kokromoti bo betima police by we JSS mo nyina opportunity na yenkoma anim na Ghana for no so ntom. But you see mami free Halidu Haruna joining here. I say good afternoon. I'm in Accra. I have seen two ladies in front of workshop and I asked them where they're from. They say Nigeria. Some women bring them to do ashawo work and they can't do it, so they don't know where to go again. Please help. I wish Uncle Krofu will come here, then we do them interview kakra. Very well. Basa Richard I say Ora must work in full force. Ora no de ye be sha da benya ho time. Ora is the thing I know de obi nka se me contest elections in me nka ho asem meka ho asem because ade betimi de akọ position. I'll talk about it. Ora obi nka sa na me call elections inti mama nka ora meka ho asem ne meka no chena chi because Ghanaians voted for us largely because we must recover the loot these thieves have stolen. Akromfo no awi aye no aye ne so mu wi aye no see ahoda so ansem potoka say me friend evidence so mu wi aye dia then we must recover because yantimi nko into the 2028 elections na yanko bia ensem musi akromfo bi ewia mo na akosi say yes da bi o sa time no we must show them say bia no me 10 but mu say 5 for the but 5 them, we must show them evidence. And I keep on suggesting to my government, say, Ms. Ramo, Honorable Dr. Yene, please suggest to my president, Ms. Ramo, let's fast track high court. And that court will be to try criminals, political criminals. The court is inundated with so many important issues. So you cannot say court to nini omasem watu. Examine doors on court. So let's have fast track high court. Political criminals they do omasem. The chikwesi. No court every day. Court every day. Almost in the chikwesi. 2 months they we back up with them. The next 2 months power them. pow them. Mo ya 10 8 beko say to the man boni omo fam ho ni nya hwe. Ya kwe anim. My honorable Asaki this short interview, but Pate Argentina now saying I don't know if you can join me briefly. You see, I don't understand why they say school for no. I just don't understand why. Pate bra. I just don't. The honorable the any be 1-on-1. It's my honorable train. Me anyway. Okay. Let's do this editorial like 10 minutes or 15 minutes now. Because look, it's becoming unbecoming. And when I'm on Facebook, my main kind of messages are crazy. David Semepo Nouveau say, watch you from Abubulushi. We say good afternoon here. The only pressure group in Ghana is MPP, certainly. Ebenezer Mokhtar, my brother, I said now we cannot continue to talk when this while there are no accountabilities. Yeah, bro, I agree. I mean, that is why we are pushing them. But agenda may make sense. Say, the entire calling on Ubia said they should still do the serial calling work. They should still attack the guys on Facebook. They should still face the bungamu boot for boot. They say, on person mo said dua hintechri. Wahu, no mama yen crofo no tobaha. Now I'm take advantage in the coming elections. And the actually say, oh dear. I know say a year is gone, but Charlie, you name the this year, and me name pennyful be breeding command this year is for the grassroots. I'm telling you, it will be all grassroots. Be our time chuku, be very fine. Yeah, Halidu Harun, I'll say good afternoon. I'm in Accra. I have seen 2 ladies, okay, I've done that already. Basal Richard, I'll say Ora must work in full force. Abuja Nathaniel, I'll say why NDC party entertaining MPP looters in this country. The Go Papa is here. I see Abubakar Salik, Abdul Asare Daniel, Joni, Richard Sa, Badugbo Divine, Nana Kofi Ahin Kinsley, Ofori Delali, Seth Antobam. Very well. Amudoso. Messi Abana, ya can count on messages among. But I remember for this cow.
Sir.
Hey! What's any other? Hey!
Sikakugo Nana.
Hey!
Sikakugo was them.
What's it?
Scratch and win.
What's it?
Scratch and win.
Yeah.
Scratch and win.
I wouldn't say, sadly, we on the back class media group. Me twitch your mom. Mr. Madame Fubi.
Nana, you need to go to say, I dare be a man, Miss who be an staff on count.
Staff count. Hey,
me staff count.
Yeah, Mama, staff on count. What's the move?
Now, Grammy staff.
Auxiliary
staff. But Nana, what the who no common now grassroots to one. Then there were different view. I were more way no but so who did wo scratch and win no common.
Exactly. But no, the me person me mati for who say. And then me di bibia ba on benye square gumbotom.
Okay.
Instant near PS canamount. Instant near PS canamount. Open so ya na me brum. Asa me wo fufu so no ho kwan. Enti atiefo Mr. Mo bia enyi na fide ni free a. Ene wo yi free ha no because we discuss ya Mr. Meme friend. Meme friend because me intodum bone. Me integrity hu hia me. Scratch and win. That's how me ma to be 3 kra no pa no.
Did I tell me about it? I said, a crewman away. I tell you where Nebi, a crewman away. Aye. And more what on is I am dear Munu.
I review scratch for win. I review scratch for win. I was young, Mr. Moon time to cool. Now, the young then say, Sa game win. Any type of phone to me, say a Android, say a yam. Unse encrophobi de ho no mu a ebia young bread pet into yam for na atwa maja da bi ana we no enye one network sese bi mpanyifo ni MTN pet da bi all the networks okay it we need the adamu ankasa opa mamente ho kakra nche obi we dey dial star 850 abusia mun try dey wento me dey be ya de sisi a star 850 star 5 hash all networks star 850 star 5 hash star 850 star 5 hash but na follow prompt no remember bisa na ehunu ye ene se we ni sika sesame din and unim say e bitimi di like jackpot na nkasa no utimi di 100,000 plus
Ghana sika
yes where you different no that's me Adam I'm a presenter for a long time ade we my ye bebre enka me meton magana for. But this one dey mete so hey one yes ade we bi. Na me say Easter on be so bebra. Obi a why na adwene so opese obi company. Ana obi adwuma.
Hey, Nana.
Mrs. Oh, senior.
Nana company is Ghana how can no?
Miss now we so to me to even from 5 cities to 2,000 Ghana.
Nana my code no. Cause my home Facebook
code.
They be the
code ni here. Star and me see here on be di ho dance ya kire me. Me ade me man for penny so me say me ntwantro.
No, of course.
Star 850 star 5 hash. Party ma hu so obo. Star me ba to wa uti me be afa phone. Star 850 star 5 hash. On all networks. Now call no stations beba. Ba we choose Accra FM. Other stations no but Accra FM and me also choose Accra FM. We choose Accra FM wa. Now afei the next option no we select stake amount until they are 45 cities 10 cities. What I say madam for be say oh no try 700 Ghana and sadly we the film they try up to 2,000. Then you remember 5 options. I hope now we choose lucky card. A simple game. Now and what choose. I feel now confirm gameplay now with your momo pin. Send the tia second one. A best about for momo. Now if you want follow instantly, let's can be good phone so.
Oh, I see.
And when any latia say intinya
oh, na say we NL intia se kura nka wo
anka intimi nye. What I say? It me stram one a star 850 star 5 hash. And he reviews scratch for win. I answer na me bana say like
wo vim. Na what say wo ba what to take away bana me say eh.
And na person say me time to you.
packages nan that chess are not dey.
Say am refisi o radio so.
But no, and the end dey tired.
Why papa
me tired.
Oh papa no dey we pa.
Eh? O be ya no me do fa NDC vetting. Esun time to aduane.
And the woman yet woman say wa kasa what in here memo so adeso am one na person o party bi
I say elimination by rough taxes man say ma this na on to aduane ko free.
Oh, but it's funny. I wish you good luck.
Oh, yeah,
but Nana,
yes.
Unim sa grassroots funa wo frɛ wo mo say yenim say yemre sa but grassroots funa sema wo kan no. May I believe say so nipa be kwa akokasa betumi apie a bibi na ede ni pie bibi na ede ne kasa.
That's right.
Bibi be ba ko abiesa bi abiesa ni bibi te say nipa no so onko social media data na ode ko social media one onipa no so on sorry okogina baabi onka na onko baabi nye bibi na onko ye party adwuma bi onfa no ho nhyem a ni nyina esika na oye enti mawo maye nka se nkrofo no ntena se akosi se yes yenim se nipa ye friend se wo mo wa ban mu ni nyina na wo mo to aban ni nyina na enye ndisi fo nko aga na fo kan ndisi fo nko akra aban ni ntumi nhwe wo mu nyina ma wo mu wie but kakra nipa no betumi aye ne de they should do it because yenim nkrofo a wo mu need ni ade a wo mo ye constituency executive branch members akwa bi se ne message Richard Sir
Richard okay
yes owo me constituency mesi wo hu ne bra oye chairman no
Richard send a message
yeah oye we branch chairman wo hu na nua hu fifiri ne bra wa bra ne otworo wo kasa oye we all those people no hwenkrofo a communicators a wo mutumi communicate from the grassroots so wo bi wo e a national level regional level ne ade a branch ni those people no na wo mo ne da wo mo ne ye ma me no mo ne ye we me ma me ye MPP ni
yeah.
There's no way I will catch them mami so onto abama NDC obeto ama
last elections I say me na no me ko convince me ne kwajo 77 ne kwajo dan kwa frifie
oh yeah last time we can say yeah Eastern region communication
me
some so me de kwajo dan kwa
oh sir
me de kwajo dan
ko fie se ko convince om said da achim for the MPP si album duo
there
om said da ana
but when we say obey MPP ni pe won ti asem ase bi mma me kura nti asem ase
o ya MPP ni anti asem ase bi
won nipa ye bo no kura won tumi nka
ye nya asem ni na but I agree with you say grassroots ni ehwem but the point now we wanted to make is say you see enemebu ha mentimi nka ne bebre but me nka ne say opening bi o when this mo why no stumble block ebu mabu no na ba mu no ntwe no say na mpese me kan enye se bedroom rebi
election time yemu bi yakọ Kumasi bi sabo bi enem tan bi yakọ me say after be onipa
untimi be see atade bi hatawa
the woman say sometimes you know na
but the moment school for na say
ya teacher ya hu every
that but you better every but obi ho no krampo a e bi kra de no ye de ama no be onfa nko
no kre na woni me say de ya na say wo ho na obi afre wo hello paite na say mo aban na aba pa anti paite o say de na eko
ebe fa
asif
ebe fa ebe fa say no nti na MPP for no person mo de microphone abamubu no. But Charlie, the guy should keep on working.
Yeah,
be surprised. But me say, what is wrong with your school system now? There's this growth of impunity, like total disrespect and disregard for authorities. Young family say we teacher, headmaster cry bullshitting on the idea. Now interco ne, there were challenges like that.
But let me get up. Echo booty chani. Yeah.
Like at the end,
so Nana, my men that's na mincha a TF4. You see, discipline ni bebre o ho ya year fee educational system no mu a hard dream. A bit to say you say yemfa aba emu abofra ewo campus punishment to say enema ni bia na wo campus a ye wo school na unimpa say within someone a headmaster to me true e de wo ba assembly hall ya twawoton ma pa ewia ya fra wo ma me no papa na ye de wo begina assembly hall no mo bia wo ho ne ya kan de waye that discipline ni nyina no e bi kole na yetimi hwe obi na na hwene ate yesi ye hwe obi na no to nyina bakuro. We understand that fact, but you see, I understand. Bibiano Nana Otu. Dia ye nyan sanye sipe. Definitely, enema bi betchia wo, but the achia no and ye bepe kwan bi so a ye be straight no. Enka Nana Otu eba ne sen. Say SHS schools are organizing interco yibi. The main purpose of this is to do what? Is to identify certain talents one crofom so that they can help nurture them in terms of sports at athletics na ya hodo bi mrika wo mo bobo volleyball ni ade ni yatimi identify mofra yi with this unique talent and ka ba ne sen mase ye ball na ebia me ma hyewa ekoda ne ntokwa since when and as had no etimi dane ntokwa ye bully panic said the you see but you see this time is worse ana you see edin kra na ba abofra timi say me yanku huru minti me ma blocks abona ku see action movie bi na ultra. And you see, my yanda yamami Lydia Sepa, or say this issue they are going to treat it as a criminal case.
CID boss.
Yes, CID boss. And yes, I support sir Omun treating the issue as a criminal case because there is no sense.
That must be deterrent.
Yeah. And you see, Nana, there have been cases they be American education sector no. Omun boye. Yet ha and abofra ba akokwa twi or papa tuo. Mo kai sa story no. Kri school abofra ba ko oba na nipan sa issue no akosi me mpesa mbewura mu ama makai enkrofo bi eyawo but bisa ho se sa case ni akosi sen e de important na sanctions na aban akosi sen. You see, there is no a year a chese abofra no subanya ode na dinu ya sanctions na ban e say to serve as a deterrent to others. Empenifo be kwa achi akopepa atwa last minute na akwara no ko school fine hwinya no hwinso nye no. And so Nana, dear me hu say abeye problem in the educational sector has to do with the enforcement. There was more enforcing in terms of discipline.
Why never enforce say school mo
one.
Yes. And you see education.
Punish. Yeah. Me this Nana. One GS and now afi school authorities It was all kaboom because mofrani bebre ya jinsem ya jinsam pa we no e mema de na ehu e mba so mo jump wo ho there are cases we are working on it e man be bring for teacher for nya hwe on campus omuhuru fa wo ekokuru mu ba there are instances like that and
teacher want super guest ni bi so that be kahanwaka I mean there are ladies that they don't respect the teachers because teacher for no be so apel because teacher for ni nyina
yeah
and so how do you want them to respect you
nana there can say you see
okun aka ita ma no chira de
but when quick one say abedwafo aba nana me take on this issue a school for ne one violent issue ne say me pray me plead with the students say woman nwe woman daache ho yes we ye be ma bebre a ye kujaw ena say bra bi wo ho na say wo pese wo bo ana say wo family wo busuafo nipa na woman de woman ko school no wo hwe obi ma me bra wa bre ena kwan ofa so a otumi titi ne bo remu de akola no ko school a why wa adwen say wo nwe ho minim say those times nyina ye ko school wo mutumi ka say wo mo de wo be school fofura wo mo twiw wo mo de wo nansisi aboso ko to dwa anim ni ade hwe nta ko fight enye ne na sha asi but niema ni bi wo ho a se ne ni bie ko ba na niema yen we shouldn't entertain that kind of way nipa ni bi ye peer pressure because say opeso de jinidin say ye ne nkrofo we ko school se ne ye sani awudi yobi na bia one day bi na ye wo na awudi yobi no yobi na ode ye wo
e bi okura na ode wan so
eti hu na fa ye mimi nim se sanka aban betie pa sankola na ye sade anka se wo mo de wo mo kom frabo no school ni onu 18 ye no odu 18 na wo mo fa no ko jail America won be ye o sa because nyema na nkola no ye bia ni ho a eye ye betumi aka se ne ma no otu no fo so ye ana teacher no otu no fo ana ban no otu no fo ana to da bi nubu no so doso nubu no cocktail no ni ade na doso tramon ne red ne we codeine ne those things see yeah we street we know all those things
those time also mean bebre ana no me ne
na ye blue no we no one no bola so
no win ana me crab blue bia na me wom ati me fo yesi atonyum sana me no hye na menim
no me wa fa bia no hye na me suro no bi si wi na me suro
ba ko yes of no waka tell me say na menim so mo hye ana ana say like how oso hu say yakose yakorapia de bia say ye de yakoye reza so inside de bia so ko reza so inside
but that no we for no wo mo violence that but we I don't think say cocktail ni and those drugs ni ade be advice say nipa no pese wo bo bra nyame ye wadom na wo mo de wakodu mpempen so bia move on na ye nema wo eso beba mfaso ya ma odaache ene na ebetumi eso ya ba ofaso ya ma oman no tale u talk
ma chairman I go with in some intro briefing na ye ne abejafo international live on Accra 100.5 FM ye ne chairman nye some 20 chairman so kura de end ye chairman ye chairman tina I mean the people's chairman national chairman PNC on only size so they say chairman no chairman atanase de bedi nkomo eti chairman atrase ye no eba bedi enkomo briefly chairman ye mo akwa ba
ene ya fugude
national chairman of PNC
ma so obo fugudi su
mi kro ma se chairman
pate ene akoga na France okowia omore omundi omampanyi declaration no so omo se enti benore ma ho se wa don no fugu is the best way me chair ahefo ene atifo na me to say Minister of Energy eko bi meter factory bi I am say tema na hefa ene the two just say what say amanfo complain say you talk power this is a copper bi ayeme atosa nti say means say or that's say testing I think I say yambona but say at least he has picked this thing and want to act swiftly. Other than that is killing many homes people and over Atadeka New York area so more than 2 months yan shumba type no dey omo di bill aba but nsu no dey pa dey shumba
I think
Ofa New York BBC ni na Nsuomba.
No side, so I don't know so much fix.
And to say your friends MD Wakilo Otieme a on kan ho on ya bibi so na Nsuomba atadeka na New York ni na.
Okay.
Me baha on two account.
Yes.
Na menim say I had the chichire abon aha na ye dey. Ye jano. Onim say 2022, 2023, 2024. I won't go, but I was one of the vociferous person make kasapa say abandon and a bump. Now to the extent say I'm about to harbor be share on maritime trade no. Let me catch and say, yeah, collectively are supporting him because of his manifesto no. Until I'm surprised, the first term, no, 2025, President promises say in his in the manifesto, no, say every year he will make time to meet captains of the industry. Now, any year one say 2025 AAB our Jubilee House, there was no invitation to my office. And so
you hosted two political officers. One,
no, importers and exporters. I'm saying captains of the industry. That's I'm talking about business,
so not
aspect,
political.
not
so
political. No,
exporters and importers.
Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana.
Okay.
And Oba Temapod, no, Oba Bashaya as maritime trade.
Okay.
It wasn't on my political grounds that he came.
Okay.
Then two, I feel we get signed last week Sunday. Yes, I hear Bakubi, Kempiski. Importers and Exporters Association. No invitation from presidency to my office. Which I think that idea I hire pa.
Any password
I don't know for whatever reasons, but I think that as an association like Importers and Exporters Association, in fact, even Friday, your commission B5 Pruget no President Kaza Oba na introduce me kra no ohwehwe be me meeting no o chia me kra after that you know men no kasa. In fact, upon okowie no many minister of trade mini aba Honorable Elizabeth Ejare ya kasa ye. Obibia nkai me say, oh, Mr. Sake, you were meeting me with president on Sunday. President is meeting captain of industries. Obibia in invitation be in my office. So I don't know what's happening. Because in fact, I am one of the person who championed Mahama manifesto to the business community. And when he came, abolishing VAT. I mean, you reduce VAT from 21.9 to 20%. We applaud them. When they scrap off COVID levy, I said, yeah, he's fulfilled his promise. When they scrap off e-levy was one of the things that if you are paying duty of, like, say, 3 million, 2 million, you have to transfer from bank to bank. You know, the e-levy was not just on Momo. We continue, and even Minister of Transport and Trade and Agribusiness and Industry. So, of course, we of friend, on your catch, even as a friend, Asake to come and support me. I will leave whatever I am doing, then I move to go and support.
In terms of what Juma chairman,
yes,
that can never be in doubt. I mean, Akodakra
yes,
the role you played,
yes,
even ahead of the elections as national chairman of PNC,
yes,
with the Kobo in this many idea,
yes.
But my question is, Abra Uhunu say, a seat for the first time, Juma,
ma bisa,
maybe I am from second time. Uhunu say, Emeredu, but Unya call.
Yes.
You could have reached out to them.
I mean, I have not even heard. I only saw the meeting.
Program
I only saw the meeting going on, and I was shocked.
So what is the position of Oleta now?
In fact, they've invited AGI, Fake, Guta, and others. Important organization. They did not brought invitation to my office. We are so saddened. And you know that when they come to, in fact, when President Mama came to Harbour 2024, I told him, say, many importers, many people wanted to relocate their businesses to Ivory Coast and others. But because you have confidence in you. And when he came, he really did well. 1 year, 2 months, really did well, extensively. Business community has been very, very cushioned and everybody's doing good. That's why there's peace in the country, total tranquility. So for such a high-level discussions, engagement, the issues, even if there are other issues, I will continue to raise them.
Is it also, say, what they discuss and go down importation?
No, it borders. Like many people who were there, and I just told you, many people who were there.
No,
many institutions that were there.
About the content. Say, the fulcrum around which Jumano, like, has it got anything to do with
captains of yes, of course. If you produce, either you are exporting or you are importing.
Okay.
It has to do with the economy of this country. I am concerned. I am an integral part of it. You understand?
To the criteria, one thing.
But the criteria, I want to say we are not happy, and I won't blame the number one, and I will not blame the trade minister, but I will blame their handlers. And if anybody think that if you invite Gutta, if you invite everybody from the trade sector, it's wrong. Absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. And I'm putting this on record. Absolutely wrong.
Are you saying, sir, President, invited?
I found I cross-checked with my colleague from Tax Trade Advocate. We were not invited. I cross-checked with my colleagues from Food and Beverage. The people who even bring more of the food importations. We were not invited. No. If anybody come to the Jubilee House and say, oh, if it's about trade, bring the letter to us, it's wrong. Not me. Look, when I'm say I've been appointed to the Economic Accelerated Committee, Development Committee. And so if you are meeting captains of industry to discuss the economy of this country and you left Asake out. And when I made my checks, some say, oh, the invitation went up from the presidency. Some say, oh, the invitation went up from trade ministries. I reached out to Mr. Ado. He tell me, bro, for
one name is Mr. Ado.
Oh, yeah, one of the directors at Ministry of Trade. And I reached out yesterday. I even sent message to Akins, Ambassador Akins. He's a chief protocol, right? And I also tried to reach out to Standogo Enra. My friend was on phone. He hasn't returned my call yet as well.
Maybe he'll return.
Yeah, I'm sure he's busy with the old man. I hear the old man is somewhere Takoradi also. But somebody sent invitations out.
Wow.
Whether at the presidency or at the trade ministries, the issue is I'm not happy. And I will send the petition, the same letter to the presidency and copy the trade minister.
Okay, so you are yet to present.
I will do that. I told my team to do that. And so I'm sure by close of day or tomorrow they will serve them.
Very well.
Yes.
Very well.
Number two, I'm here to educate the public, including your good self and the media at large.
Very well.
There was this statement or issue that came out within the week that sparked national conversation.
Okay.
Now, I think for chairman, there are some of the things I mean to me express it very well, like me can't bro. Now, it is a Minister of Finance can say there were some cargo, about 18 trucks.
Yes. That
the GRA intercepted 11 of the trucks, and 6 was at large. And that the cargo were diverted, and it could cost Ghana about 82 or 85. Some say 82, so 85 million Ghana cedis.
Dollars.
They didn't say dollars.
Oh, I read around this in dollars. $85 million. Anyways.
Okay.
I read
okay. Whether dollars or Ghana cedis, I think it should be Ghana cedis.
Okay, let me check.
Because it cannot be dollars anyway.
Okay.
We're talking of Ghana here. Now, let me educate the public how the procedure is. First and foremost, basically, it was custom procedures error. So we can call it procedural error. That was caused, and not that there was any diversion. One, Ghana is part of.
So there was no diversion.
No. Okay. One, so far as I've done my investigation, everything. One, Ghana is part of transit regimes.
Okay.
And so, if I'm bringing the cargo from Togo to Niger, and I'm coming on transit cargo, from Togo, I can decide to say, oh, I want to use Benin to enter Niger.
Okay, Chairman, you see this?
Oh, I've told you already.
Yes.
And in Togo, I can decide to say, I want to pass through Kano to Tema, to Kumasi, to Kitampo, to Tamale, to Bolga, then I go to Pulumakongo. So, assuming without admitting, say, one, say, Nemano Nipanobe Yino, Echo on transit, no. If a cargo had come to our port, you have to say cargo, no, if it were leaving through Tema port to go to Niger, as a custom officer, it's operational issues. This is what you look for. Because one, Nemano is not for our home consumption. So for that matter, the examination is done external, not internal. What make external? What I say? Okay. Meaning, the document before you that you work on, you want to see that the container seal number, it tallies with the bit of lading that it came with.
Okay.
2, you want to see what the container number, the number on the container. There's always numbers on the container. Whether the number on the container actually tally with the number that you are seeing on the bit of lading.
Okay.
So on the original bit of lading, you look at 2 things: the seal number, the container number, so that it doesn't look like yes, omodi nemana babu do part one. Now you are breaking the original seal, no. And now they change the goods from different container to another container. So these are the things that you look for. Then look for you can see the packaging that they've done.
Okay.
Then see the description that they've done, whether they've done misdescription or under description. Whether they apply the proper HS code or they didn't use the proper HS code. Some of them you can modify, some of them you can raise the red flag to your senior officer to see. Now, in this regard, so then you do assessment. Then you collect mandatory fees and charges.
Okay.
Because the goods is not destined for Ghana consumption. Okay. So the person is not going to pay duty.
Okay.
So you can only collect, what custom can only collect for Ghana government is mandatory fees and charges. Then number 2, when they do the assessment to collect the mandatory fees and charges, that is where they will then collect, they will then look for the bond. The importer will now go to pay for bond.
Okay.
So when they raise, they will give you a specific value that this is the value for the insurance bond. So when you pay, because they assess you, when you go and pay for the bond, then you are taking the goods from Ghana to Niger, and the goods did not get to its destination and got lost. Ghana government, because you didn't pay duty, Ghana government will now rely on the insurance company for the said duty that it should have been collected if they were to assess you for you to pay duty.
Okay.
But these goods were coming from Ivory Coast. On our investigation, of course, definitely there was nothing like. And then if you go on transit cargo, you will need authority. And this authority will have to come from government of Ghana. For that matter, it comes from custom. Are you following the conversation? So the importer needed authority. So the officer who was working on the cargo at Akano should have asked the importer whether, okay, where is your authority to go to take these goods on transit? Then when all that is said and done, then you then look whether the goods is highly risk. If it's highly risk, yes, it's highly risk. So we will give you, we know that we are replacing the escort diesel with electronic tracking device.
Okay.
So we've given you the tracking device. We've written the driver car number. We write the driver's driving license and telephone number. Okay, for purpose of tracking. Then because it's highly risk, you just okay. Yes, even though we give you electronic tracking device, we still have to give you some 2 or 3 custom officers or 4 custom officers for escort. For fiscal, that is for fiscal escort. So what actually happened at Akano was purely custom operational procedure error.
So those are procedural errors.
Procedural error. So far as I am aware, there was no any diversion at the time they were arrested. They were bound as where the officer authorized them to pass through. They were still on that bound. Even if you are going on custom transit and your car break down and you want to move the cargo from one track to another track, you have to inform custom so that they will come. If they have to open the seal or they have to take off the electronic tracking device, everybody, those parties will have to be there for that work to be done. So they were on their way. So even if the customer has a previous history that intelligence is picked that, oh, this person, this set importer, anytime he will do like, oh, I'm taking goods on transit and take it somewhere, divert somewhere, they should have waited, lay the ambush.
So Chairman, what is accounting for the arrest of GRE for interdiction?
So that's why that is okay. So that is why I'm giving the scenario so that every boy so I don't know, I'll tell you that the minister, they advised the minister, it was ill advised. It didn't read the way the minister anger came. It didn't read there at all.
You think so?
Yes, it didn't read there at all. It did not read there at all. So the security should have waited.
And why now no man have a conversation? Or can say there was no such diversion. Like brief. No, who are you holding the brief for?
No, I'm giving
based on what evidential grounds.
Yes, I'm giving you.
Chairman, based on what evidential grounds?
I'm giving you.
Anna Walker said.
I'm giving you a procedural. I'm giving you how transit is handled.
Okay.
By custom operations, and I'm telling you from all the investigations that are picked.
Okay.
Even today, I saw that they've issued a statement interdicting the custom officers.
Yes,
and they admitted what I'm just telling you.
Oh no, so I appreciate
and they admitted.
The lines you sent us to.
So I started speaking this since yesterday. If you monitor me at Sampa FM, you see that I educated the public on this. And I'm saying that when you say someone, so I was trying to say that even if they had picked intelligence ahead that this custom officer, if they flag him, anytime he say, oh, I am going on transit, they end up selling the goods in Ghana. You should have waited till the person divert, take off the tracking device, break the original seal that was sealed, open the container, discharging the cargo into another warehouse
before
or whatever.
You can say it is discharged. Before you can say it's diverted.
So if the person says I'm going through Techima, then you see the person in Sunyani.
Chairman, I appreciate the education you're given, but the latter is counterproductive.
Which one is counterproductive?
The latter.
Which one is the latter?
I just say ubi akufa niyama wodi gu ne warehouse and sana obi timi akase is diverted.
No, I am in the people are listening. Listen.
Chairman, if yenim say enema ye okure. Ye de koko forudia. Na ye ko hu ewo voter region.
That's diversion. Now you will have to go back to the custom system to see that when they approve for the transit cargo to go, what was the route? What was the route? Did they arrest them at where the route is? You have what we call custom control delivery. When they stop them, they pick them to custom control delivery. But I'm telling you for fact and clear that for clear in legal basis, one, as you speak, if they do the assessment, what we cannot confiscate the goods. We can only ask for the bond to be increased. Two, we cannot auction the goods. We can only ask him that if the officer who previously assessed him and they paid our fees and mandatory charges is not up to the differences, that is what the importer will pay and take his goods away. So far as I am concerned, and I've been in the port for over 11 years, I understand the processes, the procedure, and the do's and the do's of custom. That is why I'm telling you that there was no, so far as I'm concerned, government of Ghana, as to speak now, cannot confiscate the goods. Government of Ghana, if they go to court, they will lose. It will be a bad case. And I'm saying that the minister acted based on ill advice because they didn't tell. This was against merely custom procedure. That the officer at Kano, and that is why they are punishing the officer at Kano that
do you think the
you did not do A, B, C, D.
Briefing.
Pardon me?
I'm not sure the minister
will
just
act.
The minister has directors. Beyond that, the minister has legion officers.
The
minister would have liaised with department before he makes certain decision.
Listen to me.
So to say that the minister have acted in ill manner.
Listen to me. It was the minister saying that if the minister saying that if we auction if they confiscate the goods and auction, we will get 85 million, or if we assess the duty that they will collect, it is 85 million. I can tell you clearly that if they assess the goods today, it won't even reach 40 million.
Have you seen the goods?
I don't need to see the goods.
Have you seen the goose?
I don't need to see the goose.
If you have not seen the goose, on what grounds?
You don't need to look. Customs, you see, it's a customs work. Custom work is pregnant. I told you two things. I said, if they are selling the goose, is it saying if they confiscate the goose and sold, it's 85 million, or the duty that the person is supposed to pay?
Okay.
Which one?
I'm getting the clarity you are serving on this one.
I will be getting what I'm telling you.
Okay.
Say you're confiscated to sell. It is 85 million. That one I will not dispute. But if you are going to assess the person to pay duty, the duty that will due for Ghana government, assuming that I mean that he was actually diverting the cargo, the duty that would have collected, if the officer had done due diligence, as I told you that things that the officer was supposed to do, and the officer didn't do, is just what we call it procedural error. In fact, the investigation that I got, I got, made me to understand that even the people at the account there, they were carrying an invoice. So what it means is that the officer there didn't do the right thing. The custom officer, it's a procedural errors. So to put the whole country into tense, that this is what happened, and nobody is speaking. Nobody's trying to educate how the custom process and procedure is. That is why I'm here as a Import and Export Association boss. I'm here to educate the public. This is how we are being assessed. If the cargo is going on transit, is that the inspection or the examination is done on external?
Chairman, thank you for the information. But all the same, my response to I said I'm kind of say goose who call voter region. That's a goose who call P. Our central region. The administrative explanations and operational explanations.
No, so far as where I sit, hold on.
No,
Chairman, so far as
Chairman,
I am.
It's not as if we don't understand the issues. The other part now we're explaining where I appreciate better has to do with the process. And in this case, I agree with you, say there may be some procedural error. However,
no, there is not that there may be. There is
no, but I cannot say there is because
but even look, take custom data. It's there. It's stated there. So and I started speaking this since yesterday. So that no, when I did my investigations before their statement, when I did my investigation, I realized that there's procedural error.
What is your interest?
I am the important. That's what I said. You think I don't have a? You think I don't have a responsibility to educate the public when they are calling importers?
They've asked you to come.
When they are calling importers as you know what happened? Even if you are compliant, they'll call you a thief.
Me, I'm a chairman.
No. I am the executive secretary. It's my duty to come and educate the public that these are the procedure.
Very well. As of now, let's allow
so that there are compliance clients who are doing good daily job, so that people don't see importer and start saying importer they are thief, they are diverting cargo. And I tell you the process in which if cargo is being diverted and you are talking of. No, wait. Let me give you your answer.
Tell me your time, Nintendo.
The scenario that you just draw me into.
Okay.
So you now go back to the document and look whether when they give you the exit and the transit route to pass, where did they say the person is going to pass through?
Okay.
Were they on that route when the arrest occurred? Yes. The answer is yes. Okay. So there was no diversion.
That's fine. So that point is made. We the Exporters and Importers Association of Ghana.
And you ask what's my interest, and I'm clear to that.
I love his spirit because he's always fighting for his people. But where I sit, I'm not saying say a bit more conclude hurriedly. Say be the minister ill acted because
I say ill advice.
Whichever.
Yes.
Information on based on that he acted.
Okay, now take it
because
read my lips.
You've not also done any even the goose crowd here.
Read my lips.
And yet you are telling me
no.
40 million.
I said
you have not seen it.
I said even the assess. If the assess.
Have you seen the goods?
Listen to me. I said if I have done my investigation too.
So you have seen the goose?
Oh, I don't need to see the goose. I've done my assessment. That's why I get the facts on the ground.
How did you do assessment without having access to
you see where I sit when issues come to the maritime issues. I have to do inquiries into the issues, ask questions, get the relevant answers, and that is why I'm educating the public so that we know that when they say diversion, the surveillance they did all right, but they did. And I said probably they may flag the person, but they should have followed to the latter. Master, that's what I'm saying. They should have followed to the latter. Let the person commit the crime. As you speak now. Our hands are tied. Do you want our minister to be embarrassed?
No.
Our hands are tied. And I'm telling you that we cannot confiscate the cargo.
No, whether or not we will confiscate the cargo.
That's the statement coming from Minister of Finance. Did you see the statement?
No, I know. But what I'm trying to say is let's allow the process to run. So
it's my duty to come and educate the public that when we are going on, when goods are going on transit, these are the procedure.
So,
operational procedure.
I think we're on the same page.
You are not on the same page. You are telling me that I didn't see the cargo. You say I didn't see the cargo.
No, the page is that. The follow-up questions to Nana Otu. The page on which we are on the same page because Nia okay. Airline media no. Education of the may ye so but nia me can say on the part of minister and say bia ono so available evidence send ya also say why your research no also the research you cannot tell me so research
right, so we look for no
I am saying is let's allow the process to run so at the end of the day whoever your internet to say you
see
can be called.
You see I like no I told you that I told you the things that the officers should have been looking for and he did not look for. That's why they interdicted him.
Very well.
And now I'm happy to see the report. Huh? We want Ghanaians, we would like to see the report. And I don't want tomorrow opposition member will sit somewhere and say, Atofashin, where are you? You said the goods that you collected cost Ghana 80 something million. Did you collect the money? Where is it? Did you auction the goods? That's why I'm educating the public. So that I also educate for people to understand the work of the Importers and Exporters Association. And when cargo is going on transit, when cargo to clear and consume in-house or in Ghana
Chairman
here.
Asaki Awengobet, national chairman for PNC, but he's here in his capacity, not as PNC's chairman.
No, I wear double cap. I wear double cap.
He wears double cap,
yes.
Says. But
purely on business issues.
Importers Association of Ghana. He always fight for his people, and I love that. But let's allow the process to go through. I'm sure if they are not at fault, nobody will handle them roughly. If they are found foul of the law will take its course. Then we have our country in one piece. The patrol empenyufo basa ebeka ho na yedi enkomo ene evie enti nkomo no afi na ebe ye ni beje ho pa. So please you can join the feed right now live on Accra 100.5 FM na yedi enkomo Chairman Bismarck Tewia Boateng, fantastic chairman, former Eastern Regional Chairman of NDC, Chairman Ufi Hanum, Yene Chairman Eba Bidinkum. Of course, Augustine Imperi, is that correct? Imperi Lati, a former parliamentary candidate, aspirant, ma NDC, Equiapim North constituency. General Amin. This is a fantastic name. Or a vice chairman, my NDC Northern Region. And I said, my campaign, I said to you, I mean, Chairman Boateng had a mini help. Abusia, let's do 2 minutes break. So we have difference between the former and the current one. I be a home como. Na yenchichim bacho o adwenche bi so abetim dia brain on Facebook na ya hwe ho asem aka. Build up to State of Nation address. I mean, we're asking how fair the government has gone so far. Then we look at other expectations. There's no bed syndrome in our hospitals. Parliament to legislate on emergency medical care as GMA caution government not to scapegoat health workers. And we pray there's time. Presidential initiative in agriculture and agribusiness. They have engaged cocoa farmers in the midst of price cuts. Of course, GRA and Semunso Honum. So stay on. Right after the break, we'll set the ball in motion. We'll be right back.
Beba Junior Mangro, my bravo hope. No one in Nadia or Joe Bagrosan. Nadia, when you mean the Tamwa, or what personality natural health care so I ye. And not even just say you. Peske, I won't 70 or 10 so Cassie more boo, who prostrate I can say. I'm on your drone so woman. Say yes, stroke. Diabetes, hepatitis B, pressure, 60 yadia, afichicroma mani hunu, and no more yad the hodo was oh won't feed ye pa. Afe oba opesa hips and answer to eya kesie, ye wojuma, se stretch marks ajo wediano aboswa, ye free ho, berima obemesha a opesa ye pejamono. Bra, peske ewo enkran, La Paz, Nyamiche Junction, Grand Prince School no echiwa, Kumasi Bantima, G Runabout, your medlab echiwo, baby any edayas of human rabank womunwa. Sevio so empumum, Yeni Church of Pentecost, and edisha nimu. Takwa, Roman Stores, Yeni Zenit Bank, edisha nimu. Sunyane, Yawa Rex, Yeni Total Filling Station, no, and edisha nimu. Ena Takra, de Anaje, Yebang, Queens of Peace Academy, Yeni Koi Filling Station, edisha nimu. Frepeske, Ewo 055-773-8555. Peske, quality hair.
Yes, it's Sasinabo! Yes, Saba!
Yes, Saba!
Afizi, Obiaba Tomato Assassin, and Sasa, nobody the foam, unknown na Benji Estate and Investment Limited, Okofaba, was a Bragana Nara, and Sasa, Langat Sahin for Symbian, Atoya, within 2 weeks, Naya Young Pepes, near Zama, Sasa Papa Gugu Baby today, Tropoli, Apo City,
Central University near B5 of the Flower Road, Shy Hills, Afienya Tor Estate,
and Ambiambia Bebre, in Sunan Kania, are available. Yes, Assassin Suzy, or litigation free, and not secure. At Tonsasina, not 2 weeks, Yaya Honkata, near Zamo.
Aha, Miatova, Mr. Kokwe, Nelani Banyo Dinafle, Yikanya Gade Kamalongo, Langade Nyade Kamalongoa, Kejababana Dota de Benji Estate and Investment Limited, Afimanya Anibanyo Kata Dume.
But Muslim Kanwe, not Jersey, not furniture, one main office, our Tama Community 25, opposite DPS International School Junction, off Aplau Road, Fresh
0555 229 909 Anna 0248 780887.
Benji Estate and Investment Limited, and Sassi for
Give us P capsules. A memedry, Manum Bia Bememua, Kanim Tutua, and Kumabua, Sedia, the true Essa Kum Menia G. Give us P capsules. Give it to me, baby. Give us core capsules as well. And man, Memena Coco Yadie, Sis Yadie, a Mamania Yam Timotete Womono, Yadruno, Manumbi, a Mamma Demme. Give us core capsules. I give it to you, baby. You give it to me. Oh, yeah. Hey. Give us in row. A manager Bebusiamu Papa. Give us P capsules. And men what if you do what you do, Cronkwan, Efa. Give us core capsules. A pin for a batter, one more menu for an Quadawan if you do me nunca home. I will draw to beer, Motofonco. Give us Herbal Center, Teshi Mobile, and a Teshi Adriami. Phone numbers 0543 222 470 and 050 68
FD Ashusha Sa Ejedi Enkrato Imu Aja to Muse E.
That's it live on Accra 100.5 FM. The answer so man pimpim no doma kwaba. Of course, the team is set. Abeja 4 aya crado. EBD or mine Ghana home komo. Makacho said Ghana nyina nyansa ne bede no. Na bia so ni hano you should move bia ehunu bie. Na medika so the presence of chairman Bismarck Teria Boatin, or a former Eastern Regional Chairman, but Menoka say, Papa say, or don't know when I come in the door, so to a certain watch beam. And they say, or a chairman hopeful. Eastern Regional Chairman hopeful. Minia Augustine Imperial Lati, a former parliamentary candidate aspirant, and this year, Quapim North. When you see me, if you put in the Kremo, Dachi MP, because picture idea. Him said that chasm. Now, we are not to China a year General Amin. General Amin. Who General D. Bidi Peche. General Amin. Vice Chairman NDC, Northern Region. Na onusu me hwepe tente kremwa. Him say National Deputy Organizer hopeful papa. Penifo ma yama mo akwaba na yim say empomboko. Yeah. But we dey tete na metete you. Anna, I mean, who said me nam social media so. The chairman what's in there now? I think say I know say chairman there obaba. Television for em makwaba. Empomboko.
Anyame adom boko.
The radiase.
Na so why?
Mbacho chairman Yakopon adom. Yakopon adom.
Chairman adom so dey ma o. Ami so dey hono apese.
Oh, chairman.
Odebebo NDC.
That's a chairman.
Team retain 2028.
Ami.
Ready inshiraso.
Ami. Chairman we stand there fa. Chairman stamp so the afa no. Very well. Chairman, minim baby am pese shase free, but otherwise entity build up to the State of the Nation's address. President the kind of way. Was it 27th?
Friday.
27th.
Yeah.
Friday. Okay. Until mama entity when the share. Let's fairly assess this government. A woman say yaba na also there. But baby in pay ni drew on ma yes actually a sink. Adwuma me fato me ho so abra ba power ni say. Me hwa obi an kan kora nkyira ban no. Eno dey akufa ko MP mu ko position. Na me fato me say ene so bi ya de a ese me yi na so tiri na me yi ne ntem. Nti ha me ti we a minister, we MC, we a we. Wo chia na kakra bi a na ya ka kiro say ha no mu de nka hwe ni yi. And that is what we've been doing. The point I'm making is abra ya sexy ye ho no. Mayi nunu ye ho nsere. Na ye nhwe the other side. We are na nhwe some other expectations. It me patch up. Me share in Fiji na.
You mami share it here for me. Maybe your social media, your Facebook now.
Your Facebook,
like that's fine.
I cry 100.5.
Any followers on social media handles. First of all, I mean share a party opinion for our national. I mean, Casamir region, the regional executive need constituency executives. Omuya their pa. I say started actually 7 days, 8 days in here. Ebu started by 7, ebu 6, 8. Nti ni nyina so no ye gusu ye aye bo party juma. Nti mi che obia na mpanyifo no bi so ho a omunye national executive so omu na mu kita party. Wo hwa mpanyifo pa from say Council of Elders. Uncle ato a ho ni busuafo no nyina ye che obia. Wo hwa tama ye ba bensu mu. That was 2025 now. John Mahama 7th January now, yes, we are in. The outlook of the economy, they're very, very bad. In fact, we were almost in an emergency. We pay emergency unit, we call hospital where revival is very difficult. They put in an emergency unit. Now economy, now in your cry, we share indicators of economy. No, it was too bad. Until first of all, our finance minister, all government appointees, they have actually supported His Excellency the President to redeem the image of the corporate Ghana, because now in your cry, MCB 2023 need me to call a Saudi before me come. I have to change so many dollars to get a scar to do a medical corner. Not easy. But this year, na misako by next week, meko a meka. Okay. Ako every fasting time.
This time so Swati kama. I have had the difference. No, is too obvious. And we have to appreciate government for what it's doing. It is not for nothing now. Because look here, the level of corruption that was this country was infested with. A lot has been done to nip it in the bud. And it is direct government deliberate policies that government has introduced that has made the economy what it is today. And we cannot start this program without thanking His Excellency the President. Even though I'm not part of those who are accused of being praise singers, but whatever it is due to somebody, you need to make say it as it is. And this government is doing well. So we expect that this is the second State of the Nation's address. His Excellency the President is going to read on the 27th. And the expectation is very high. We have been able to stabilize the economy. What Ghanaians will expect more for His Excellency the President now will be more on infrastructure, will be more on job creation, will be more on, like the last time now, 1 month and 3 weeks in the Mikoyendi, now a Greek minister by Northern region, and we're supposed to lead him to the Yana to pay a courtesy call. He made a very fantastic promise, and I know it is promise that has passed through cabinet, and I know if it is not approved to be communicated, the Agric minister uncommunicated said this year Abai will take subsidy is going to be 100%. And fertilizer will be free for farmers, and this is going to be a milestone achievement in our Greek sector. Usha, harvest last year, it was booming because Abai did very well. Government subsidized at a percentage, and then we said 50% and abuse. And so production was very high, even though we had bad rains last year. But Usha, a bro is a stable food that we eat in this country. A bag of maize in northern region was 800 Ghana cedis before a bag. In there, 250, 300 cedis. Are you serious?
Oh, yeah, I'm serious. and then ejura money say omonto ebro. It's about 300 Ghana cedis. I mean, it is more than 60% reduction. But that is not to say that farmers are happy. The Ghanaians are very happy that food is cheap in the country because of good governance. Food is very, very cheap. But it has an effect on the Ghanaian farmer who have gone to use tractor services at a cost. And then, even when you sell those, and that's what our opponents are making so noise and thinking that farmers are listening to them. And the government in this budget, this State of Nation address, government, with His Excellency, we expect that His Excellency the President will make it more, even though the budget had captured it. And so I'm very sure that it will be public knowledge. Say the tractor services, you call mechanization center, government Aben has promised in our manifesto 2024 manifesto, it will be enrolled, fully enrolled. I know, baby, I meet tonight. I know that the government has already reached out to a private sector investors to acquire land to put up some of this infrastructure. So when those tractors come, government will supply to those tractor mechanization centers, and farmers will have, a reasonable cost to cultivation. It will pay off the investment they made last season, because the cost of getting the tractor service will be very, very affordable as compared to the services that are provided last year and last 3 years. And it's going to be a plus for this government. I've already mentioned fertilizer is going to be free. And I know our brothers, the cocoa farmers, those who are into cocoa farms, will be very happy to hear this, because cocoa seedlings, government has already contracted those who are providing seedlings to make seedlings available for cocoa farmers. Fertilizer is going to be free. The cost of maintaining the cocoa farms are going to be subsidized for farmers. And this State of Nations address, we'll be looking at what we have now and what the future will look like. And I'm sure the future will be very, very good for farmers. And for the issue of the prices in the market, I think the government have to do something about it. And it is an expectation. Yeah. Even though we are running liberal economy. Now, we share liberal economy, people determine the prices. But I think that there should be a cutoff point. We share electricity tariffs. PURC determines what electricity users are supposed to pay. So it makes a lot of sense. We share water, even if government is supposed to subsidize on Sony electricity, it is PURC who stand in for the ordinary user, the end user. And it's making the regulation on water and electricity, even at telecos, it is regulated. So I expect that the State of Nation, that His Excellency the President, must make room for the South control, some little control of our market, because a Canadian milk say, baby, I'm free, me talk Canadian milk 9.5 Ghana cedis, and no, I'm call shop because you see 13 cedis. Of course, I shall shops in there, me see 15 cedis.
It's not because you operate a control market.
It is making Ghanaians suffer under this good governance.
What will even shock you, say? What's it last year? Or not the last 2 years, for instance. Now you're talking a robot to 800 Ghana cedis. That was not the rich.
That's right.
And then 250 with the infant 300.
Okay.
And so we have places on board of 7 cities.
7 cities, that's right.
And no maintain.
That's right. So the kind of system that we are operating is not helping. I just think that there should be an agency responsible. At least you don't give them exactly what to sell, but at least the range should be determined. The range should be determined. And this should be serious, because we know what government has done to get the prices as they are now. Abaya Diska, taxpayers' money to invest to make sure that this economy is what it is today. It is one of the best economy in Africa now. It is the 5th best economy in the world.
Yes.
And so if His Excellency the President can use less than 2 years to give this outlook, economic outlook, and it takes the citizenry who are beneficiaries of this good governance to put out hardship on the ordinary Ghanaian, because they want to just use the benefit of this government to make so much profit. It is not done anywhere. Until I expect that, and this is the expectation me, I think Ghanaians should be looking out for where government will mention a policy, where an agency or a control system that is not just direct control, but some level of attention will be given to the price hikes in our market. It is very, very important. And to know about, I mean, government has done very well. That is not say government has not had faced any challenges. Government has faced so many challenges this year. Sometimes you have to say it as it is, bite the bullet, and make sure that things go on right. Cocoa farmers and the opposition have decided to use it as a. This is too early ejaculation. Because a grand cry in fact cocoa no dey cocoa dey be to have proper discussion. But if it's just a bite, it's fine. A bite. But it's a bite. Okay, it's a bite. Yeah. I just think that Ghanaians, especially Ghanaians, should be clapping for this government for being so bold into the extent that government will look into the eye of the cocoa farmer and do the needful, and that's what government can do. This is a national. Even though we appreciate the hardship, the suffering of the cocoa farmer, but this is the kind of the decision government has taken, that to have a long-term benefit to the cocoa farmer, a long-term benefit to the state, and a long-term benefit to the economy. And you know, we just think that some of these things will be felt, but the biggest expectation will be the rollout of the 24-hour economy, full rollout. Already, you know, over 426 agencies have enrolled into the 24-hour economy. And I have heard on many platforms, which our opponents, political opponents, have tried to say, ever since this policy was, promised, we don't even know, that Ghanaians don't even know, or even NDC don't even know what it meant to talk about 24 hours. Government has not promised to do direct employment to run the economy fully on 24 hours. Government has not promised that. There are certain government agencies, and they must run on the 24-hour economy. And government will create such enabling environment. But the major stakeholder on the 24-hour economy will not be the private sector. And I was very happy within the week, His Excellency the President has gone to B5 to inspect their environment. They are ready to take full scale running of the 24-hour economy. That's 133 ebebaso. Those who don't want to hear it, you will hear it in this SONA 2026 SONA. If we have agencies up to 420 something, 462 agencies are private organizations who have enrolled into this, it means that now that we are able to stabilize the economy, we will have a full-scale economic takeoff, where infrastructure, where education, and many of the policies that government has pledged to put into full scale, this SONA will announce all these things. But job creation is on top of the agenda of government, because if we're able to run the economy as we have run it in the last 1 year, I'm sure the benefit of the economy, the good economic benefit, will be about job creation, will be about infrastructure, will be about agri development, will be about many other needs of the Ghanaian people. That's what I have to.
All right. Now, yeah. His name is General Yadase, Vice Chairman, NDC, Northern Region, and Motse Ninkana. You can join their feed on Facebook. Dela Hammond, or Kinke, should be selling at least 3 and 4 cities. Honorable Baba Lami, also my greetings to the incoming Eastern Regional Chairman, Honorable Terry Abuatin Otafrija, the hope of Eastern Region. Eric Kofi Mantigua, I say good evening. I'm speaking at Saki in the Pong Katamazu constituency. I have been looking for where to register for the great NDC membership without success. Can you please help me? My name is Eric. Just ask of where they have their branch meetings, any of the polling stations. Where be out to Benwa, you have a branch there. Just ask Nako why they'll register you. Or picture, or passport size picture, and no Ghana card code will register you. All right. Richard Sir, also my greetings to my boss, Honorable Augustine Perilati. Richard Sir, okay, I've done that already. We say greetings to Honorable Terry Abuatin for the good job. you're doing. God will see you through. Okay, many messages coming through. Maybe I try wait to be there by Becking Kamba. I'm a chairman, Boatin so. Na minti on this one the same. Then I'll come to my future MP. I mean, chairman. Kajagumai.
Yo. Eastern region, Concon this year.
Chairman. System Sino.
Say you can't funny say you will say ya. Need say Kuro ni mwatre. But here for it,
that's him so.
Which here is in region for you now. Which here tier for you IT. Yeah. Accra FM. And then it damaba.
You're correct.
Madam Wasi.
You're correct. That's what it does.
Here party for on our Jumadin. If he branches could see constituency, see region, could see national. On na kukudro emi o mampani His Excellency John Dramani Mama. Fi atifi atoye ekusi baby obi wo bi a yechia no. Ngankan no registration ye a obi de ho text message by obi amomodin so obeko. Na we in this ni mapa na obeko register na so obeka ho bi. Science say otwen na wa anya bibi ba ye nka wo. Minyina so na menchia me aid Babalami.
Okay.
Our deputy youth organizer with Suhum constituency.
Deputy youth organizer. Suhum constituency.
I will win in the other 12 Abama.
Wow. That's a project in the park. Baba Lami. For deputy
youth organizer.
Suhum
constituency. We have no champion campaign.
More fire. See, Baba ni how?
Maybe I will be a Machiano. And then the number of 24. Parliamentary candidate in Zua a cropon.
Yeah.
Wabre. I could through a contour more woman samba. No be her registration exercise.
Wow.
Very that's a papa. Me ochina any fear. Omampani ko gyina amrahye bedwam ade nsemfu ato ho ye campaign na ye no 2016.
Okay.
MPP former Ghana for nyina ati ase data na me chairman say 2016 ye di o man na wu ya say o man no ya ma krono kata se proye dream ama Ghana say ndiye nto abama na wo hwe Burkina Faso a ye mai koto tomatoes atorencham to wono nyame fo ne currency yi na hwe esrem vice president secretary di o se de koye dam ama yenya ho mfaso a
$12 million.
$12 million. Na ye ba mu nso efre bibi ora se yenu anom adidi sika ye kan ho asem eto Ghana fo trimu yie pa entimo obi ekosan la ya de no onim ni se MPP fo dream ni kata asehwe project kankan national service opepepe state land ye ton nyama bebre ma o mampani mpo edemi ya me office na nabi example can be wo bedwem
the cry me kai mampani
ya otaka no ho
no nam ho eden
de na me pizza ne say ni e power benti na ni e ka that's my caution but na sente sa na ni e twato ono so na sente sa nso a afi a ye ko wura ni mfiri mu yi oni yeden media meme hawo kese no oni yeden zan se ba bia obeduru bia do mbi za on ofatawi aboti nya na nyamu na namusi ye disikai nyamu na namusi national service fu disika pimpim nyamu na namusi sei nyamu na nso ye bisa se afeni fen ni kura na sei bia na wo ko gina Friday ya obekan ya yenya chief justice na ye be bie tribunal special fast track court dia ne de say nipa na ko ho dia ene ne ka o mampani ne atiefo se eche afenche ba ya detain sa no Friday na fi kwa wie abosumi kwa wie ni ekowura march
behu anu adu July
no wabu mfiri na me carpenter ni bia me ne ye adwuma na asemo ya na okan so ti okwawu anu je safe ne kwa wie no
san kwa wie out
enti me pese omampani ko gina ho a ba bia attorney general edi yankrofo na kodru eni ba bia wona ko eni ba bia wona dru eni ba bia wona soye no oma ewiase Ghana fo nyina hu enya nu nti ya ma political we chanting na mom aka ya campaign hu se na 2016 MPP fo ka bi aka campaign hu se nia kofo ka bi a yewra chachichika tawa sorry e kochire ni tumu no Victor Solomi amani ohuru ya ansa no okọ ni crèche prison Uncle Dana Gbadapi Ibrahim Adam Kwame Pepra Sipa Yanki oni nyina mpanifu anyinara kwati kwam say financial loss to the state baby anu an pen on kodae enti me da bia masem ameka an say me so me di roaring search because of probity and accountability Odishi aba u free region eastern region asamu ameka ne say say yanya no krasa ni ye kwa campaign na MPP fo ni sika yenyina simpie so nsa wono sabi ebinum ni sika yensa wono na so ona fakata se hye proye kankan dream sania yatata yankra ato forcing a okoko to mpen bebre se ambulance ho nyanyame ankokwa afiase no de yehunu ya kan yewuro kugya to abrokwa mahu se social media so ntro se social media so dia attorney general say ye will be bibisa wo se sika yenko bisa wo always kan na nyo no kan ye na ye ura okugya to abrokwa na kan ya yam pese be ya chinjije no regional chairman Ashanti region ese akonta mining yanko wako court yenim say judicial service de ye do court obi ntumi mamu bidie nenso efieda se yegina simpie so aka ama mampani akwa address ya media beto wona no ni ba bi ehia mekese pa
aboa no su na niwa
de hone hia me sani be ye example ama yenuanom ewo atiti akonwa so sa abre nu
because robi any system
yes
na ne ye ni se mu diska no kra na esre
yan
na eshi
ye disika mu fi enko court
we kuku saga sa na basa eka kuku
yes
no mo nenam
ene nam ho so enti animanim ye amampani utie aminim se odie utia oyo sade yo baby aye ko biara na no the first question hey overtake we am be ka kire yan yo na mo ye den former chairman na mo ye den yan TV o ko no ayate so no kura de nyen no na emomunu yesi no na diska yesi ona to achimota forest yesi ona ye wei akonta mining yesi national service for wana ye sika bia 3 die ona tonton state land ona ye wei ye kan we man to timamuni anu oni afasum said dabi baby MP before the man ko say dia and no one is saying to ye koto santia to a baby nsi da over 1 vote.
That's right.
1992 ametimi akasa sebio na bia na ebajimimre and yenya almost about 190 seat in parliament MPP for ankobi but when the MPP for kobi batoye am yenya 185 seat ebin sida in parliament endi say antimi ama sada wuro ya amode a ene na ministers sebio ministers ni bi CEO for ehun se MPP for die ya anya ne hwe nto nso be edai e be dibi o man no e kan koye de we but the president legacy a wo jade ato ama ene say the ofri probity and accountability family unsabu ye fita enu nti na okotra fie nwotwe Ghana for hwe o ma yes and o ba ye say ye hwe wa chi nyirara ona oyire ma lodina ani wa chi divo nyina munsabu ye fita ye rajuro zabra mu nyina munsabu ye fita enti yes and mu ababiem ama mo abeto adwuma paso dia na mo ka kire ye ma na mo wa ha ne hu say MPP for katasehye ni dream proye kankan adokro woni ntimom yemra ye ba ye be on dia Friday omampani utie na o wie mfiri na mo mfa nhye mu a mo mfa nhye send ye be ma yen ye current ministers the DCEs appointed CEOs no e be suro say we ne de ne kokot yo man hwe yi amenso ye free why dem be ko o de se kronkron say o ye no free mu a baby o man e kone de make say e been see that in the history of this country say yet in here maso been see that you know
papa the wedding church to ka say been see that and
yeah e been see that
because me so magnifique to e kra me hu
bi been see that my deep politics e church
ti wa kan de
me ma join this you yen ye TNDC
wona mte me ba mu
yen ye T ni ma di 28 years o
wow
they say me 10 July ni ma nya 62 years
wona efe
ma hwa me hu so yi enti this year say ye come and this a trans year me trahamen campaign man ka say ye wura say dun ketia na ran so awo kono o butaye bi ana oni butaye bi eye super say o mampani ye adwuma say o mampani governor a o fa aban totoye no no so e fa party no e kirem e ba party no nkabom say be attention e be kofom enu de na momu de na me ha no say esa national executive no dodo ni di na chi eko na ye collective decision
okay but we no chairman kwa executives in
ya na me ntan hu no dodo no sa
okay I don't know about
say edu baabi na say edu baabi a na communication
okay
say ono CEO and deputy no a kire ye communication skills
okay
edu baabi a no organizer anso a kire yen ekwan ya ya fa so mobilization because ono e fraud say na me nia ekoi deputy edu baabi a director of election say na batu okọ no so kire mu ntubo say chairman be kasa obi akoma be den beto no say
senti ase ne de kiako
ekodada na enkoye say aye one man show say na ebinum kan aden woko ale say na party de eye no ukọ South Africa ANC ona transfer che party ne de ne ho
that's right
and aban enso de ne ho ukọ Sudi de the same baby it say you practice wo ho a ne enso Ghana ye de baby na democracy ne de wura ye NDC mu a NDC betimi a transfer emfiem pim enkwere to say CPP ene atiti apansam because a third force party enti esa say hwe kwan ye betimi upload party no a e betimi amena koyie uni odi she say ye to abai behu ye say ye nyina gitum say dollar bafom from 16 to 10 e bin see that we have a form but engine no an e ton and rabording e go so ya boarding one e hwesa de
na say some ka so meteso omonteso aboso kan fo ne mazin fo akọ ya
e hwan
omonteso
da bi e hwan e hwe omonteso
say under trade ana tell me under trade ministry yes under trade
inti say aban betumi atiaso ye bi e monetary and evaluation special in the goose betumi aboa ne say ye de ne say da bia ye be say dollar na ya teso di amamu no a enema no mu yi no da bia no ka ya teso di amamu enne obehu ya say enne transport ya te petrol so ya te we so but GPHU transport organization say ya to fuel so ya to transport so aban no ehefo na monitor sa ne ma no
be create jobs
yes
lot of the whole country.
The whole country. You want the secretariat to Obabia, I want to coordinate any affair. Say immediately, no. Say also say, okay? So what can say ni MMDC for the common MMDC be decided so person MP.
Okay.
It is all report to matter man on person obeko because of us we TO before we dey so go MP and to Obama no.
But when we have a secretariat,
yes, on you totally independent. Only ambition biara o be contest any position biara. Ni dia ne so oba be hwe ekwan ya mo be fa so yete se mo to fa mu a ni afre Minister of Transport. A decision onye decision ya take e dey ntina tumi be na mo wa mutum and then so yakodwa so and then na yenim say the whole trade enema we buy and yatete so na mo de enema ne kwa na ekosoro aban no ehwe so omma we ma ebema timamufu ani age me no ka say dollar kofom bibia kofom betokua ni dade yente so okuyani dade yente so fertilizer mini e ka say ye de be ma free afa ni ye de be ma free you but me no ka say e be 450 e be 500 the MPP for the Jawan still return sir.
Oh, fertilizer me use some sabafo.
Oh,
no turn is it 700?
700, that's 700 no.
About 400.
About 500, but I'm not 50, about 250.
No, but at least Chama, you can establish say near 700 and about 400. So at least there have been some reduction. However, Okuani is a Kennington. Ebe for me, Ebeboa. That's the point.
Yes. Okuani is a Kennington, about for me, Ebeboa.
Yeah.
So, but mini anya Okuani ni nyina so the use of fertilizer. Nya kuafo ni nyina the use of fertilizer. Ebi mpe. Enti and also ye hwese trade minister betumi afata this one. Ama president wo ko gira Saturday Friday no yakakua ho asem ama kuafo nso ani age ama enti ase ye adwuma. Odehia ba ya gika me oka isin regional factory bi ani isin region. Factory wo isin region e be ka cho say insawam the only pineapple we
no cry events no okay how nyina insawam
say dobro blue skies we no free my factory be na obi me de me nko ba bia me kasa wo isin region akuafo na do so ye ho na ye buy and sell to ne cotton enko na wo enti
what's day ade no kasa
obi chere ni ade
obi chere dey
akropon
a center for scientific factory
enuro abibi nuro oh ani esa ni ankai wona bia mi binuro nyina be ka say factory
but no dey categorization but the factory man shut down fa
za
da bi da nya factory
enti amega say factory bia ni ho apart from baby am kire blue sky ye ho isi region buy and sell we no free mu a e yakuafo nko na go
aje mu ano ho no connection da ho krenti no kan
so enu nti na ma isi region as obi ade na ni acho se galamse o gold o we o do because ajuma bi anche da ni wa boy emirate ni am ba waro endi say ye fa kua du mu a na ese say ye hwe kwan papa e betumi ama ni am akofom cause MPP for ma ni am akosoro enti kua yo no ese say ye timi mua won such a way ni say mrante de maba we ni ba ji kua do ho a na chese ni amba wo fom enye fertilizer nko a and I warranty boot MPP time near to the say and because of dollar nti aba fom na mom ye de ani akire ahwe say ampa ye hwe ye nchiche mu no aba fom nti ho na eton aba fom me no ne me problem
no be enforce
yes regional minister na determine so op MP edi obeso okotu MP bi nti okwa won ka no ho asem because okaka
e be affecting
ye nto aba mani nto won koka ne dia ne se ye koka ate so ye ka ate so ye kokko machine but the nipa no a eto ne ma abodin no a dollar na ba fom a ya ban no so ye nhehye ye pa no won ko boni hu dawuru enya commissioner so cutting ya no nko aso ntini ade ne koyo enti aban bie sa aso ye no a Say one day woman and say voluntarily one when near me bemme near my coffee my boy. They are $1 no so quite coffee no so no. Near mana ye crana ampa ye kuyi near my way portwa a cousin. Ye beton a cousin. Now say na ye was ama for necessary car airport anymore. Aye airport anymore Diana say. I didn't think ye kwachi wonu one am here kwachi won. I didn't think that so be so ton near my wabodin wo ma and ye ntimi nkwachi no. Nye ni sa control price no. Yes. And they say yes and she shey ni nyine betumi am ya boa. Say na your education. One of her TVET so. Coordinate TVET. Say bibi e course wo ho asase ye. Ye woni ohwe school feeding so. Ye woni ohwe we so a. Ade na ye ntimi mma say ni pani bi mi ye nhwe say na ma we nu. Ka me no ka say aban wa ya de pa. Odi sheba. No Ghana Commodity Exchange Board so.
Okay.
And a buffer stock.
Chairman, first round, my wrap up.
My wrap up. A ban wire dear pa. You can't in your near book. I'm a son the Kudu school more cry. Only your baby in fun. A be pro. A be seed in the history of this country. School for the in a bua, kosia. Rice and rice. A boo. Okado and a pam, your baby in fun. Yeah, John Dramani, Mamma, near this are buying. And you were John Dramani, Mamma, what about a second time when you're Mr. Wonimua? You will be that. But you be say, na point is, you know.
Okay.
One a boa.
Question where na point is.
One a boa. And now one a boa.
Okay.
One baby, I'm this.
A bee boa.
That means one a boa.
And I'm say B.
He made a summer cancer.
And I'm answer.
Say a bit more boa. Aha. A bit more boa. A bit so boa. So, and when baby, okay? Member of Parliament. The common for we nyane we e ba nyina only be break ya na amount monetary and evaluation money.
Chairman now this year me.
I don't think MP ni dey year man monetary evaluation money say on the constituency no on ko aban ni sika na mo proof for parliament no. Si e dey year juma. Na yen so sika na ya proof ama Minister of Trade no. Any Minister of Finance. Nya niam eba form no. Ye nya nipa bi mo on ko form ko checking hwe say. And the man who eba form no. Ampa ye ne saa na. No bi ade ni pem ene ton biribi. Enti omampani kwa woko Friday no. Minim se bibi pa be free mo aba. Niam be free mo ba ne soso. Cause ene o say ye gold ye benda no wa haya. Bauxite ye benda no wa haya. Bibi ye benda no wa haya. Ye ne saa ma. Ni ye niam na ka ama brofo na hu se. So only pay biribi e no ne mefa enkore saa. Enti ne wa hu se investors e bapa. I didn't know about on bad on sika be wura because Ghana had it. Into a mampani ne juma wodi no. Eh perfect. Ne mumunu. Baby a woman one ma kire ni say. Chama untu mi guso nam ho. Give to award no guso nam ho. One e about the wuro say sika sema for on inside tembo no. Eguso ho. Ya nani ye one say nani ya me no ka say. Chief Justice say electoral commission maame no ngika wa bia ni no meboa
based on the
petition
yeah the different one
no based on the petition yeah me so me the be ko ato amodi no so
yeah no dey o ma nyanka na fa Chief Justice ne hunu se oba
ya na wa ma
and you be treat this as politician
yes but ono dey obi petition ne dey e farmer no but obi petition dey anko yi ama but no dey aye court asem ye janto na ye beka no say emini didu a Yebeka ho asem
mo fire chairman boatem no me wura preko pere no pia achenkwa enu bremu se enu piota so na say but eba kakra
aban ben na sisi
na me che say sisi bank kakra
ndia aban ben
and this aban na sisi
kato so
but 70 make us enu bremu sisi so me no ma chairman so we you na say former chairman of NDC region, of course, we're hopeful for the same portfolio in the coming elections. Mamenko, a year Augustine Imperial Latte or former PC aspirant NDC. Before Mira Bebamuno, just a quick one. Jumani Ibimusu di Facebook in terms of the banner, Yaken Kakra among. Let me do Nibi Okai. I said Attorney General is more of a professional than a politician. You need a politically biased figure to handle that 20. Oh, come on, bro. that would be political. Which I don't think you're persecuting me. What's even your chairman kind of only pakuni ni bonia. We're gonna know fun huni. And I can for Yata Bani if you're near saying who's someone. Come on. Aha, back in the Yata dear. The hunting in your songs. Can over Yata.
Ukromo Beno.
Ken.
Of Yabomuzu.
Nasana, Ken Papa. Ken Papa. No, I mean, and I very close. That's why I chim for the MPP for one. Yes, I these elections me Kofi catch from say, Ejuma me kwaya almost me fam kwa asem free. Just as MPP no. They are bomb dia. And nipa 3 and a 2 mine. Ti me makatro me say nyame domia 3 pen na me hwe because untimi nka so ko support obi. Na obi no a ono no ni akọ support na wan win no omo e be support we mu o ma win no opportunity ba me famero me catch them say nipa 3 ana me nya kwanya me yes eti mame kwa a future champion honorable you say na wo no ho a Crobenzo Canada. Oh, okay.
Last week Thursday, and I maybe do yeah.
Last week Thursday, yeah.
Thursday.
Oh, when I say no.
Okay, club.
Chairman, not bad, right?
No, I'm going to so. Oh, welcome. You know, I'm 50
Last week Thursday, yeah.
Thursday, yeah.
And interestingly, this is the time on snow. Top papa.
Yeah, top papa.
What do you been on your some
but you can mintie we tie for. Em say oh hey dear. Me mother Accra FM. Ye chia NDC for mu tie nyina titiriu. Accra FM North. O mu tie papa. Na ye chia national executives, ye chia wo mu nyina na ye de akọ regional executives. Na ya ba Accra FM North constituency. Me am chairman Dan Kofi awre me chia ne papa ene obibia wo ho bia nana me adoma Friday so na yenyina be dia dance yese NDC ya boy homode papa President His Excellency John Dramani Mahama one Ato Forsen Finance Minister omabo homode yi papa nana hwe me crack car by now I clear car about 3 weeks ago. Me catch your duty I tuya ni eswana atia you really CV almost 60,000 cities sikashe kutoko asampa
skanu go so da ho sister no
ya beka ho asem
what's a video here
so you see ade bia visible nyina ye de yani ati ye beda wo mase adwuma pa wo mahye ase no omo ento aso sa ma ye pepepe na anima bebre na ye expect ye Friday ya eba no from healthcare galamsey ye ka galamsey asem no minua baako MC ebuoko south obo ne homoni ye pa na no mia mahunu amena bebre bia okoso a katakata so o ya de papa enti ye bona baso ha
o ya de pano de nanka wa bondin
sa pepepe honorable Adu Ekins honorable Adu Ekins junior me yonko papa no oguso obo ne homodi pa enti ye hwe so se obi bia wo ka ho bia no so no adwuma abranti ye no omo so ebedi akire sa pepepe na Friday nyame ya adoma president ye hwe ni so be kan galamsey asem development and the NDC I think say ya there will be any mudida Mr. President Adikiaka big push ye hunu akwan ye ne ade a me adoma Friday ye hwe say obebo so ba bi akwa akosi ene ne da ni mu no obeka ni nyina ho asem ache job creation Mr. Chairman so kan ho asem ye hwe ne a president ebeka ede afa ho na ora no na na ne wo mu ne say adwuma no yeguso president ene nkrofo obi yeguso president adikin aka say eye independent body onfa ne ho enkonkohye mu omo ye omadwuma na mo no Ghana fo bebre feel say omunyan mu ayi bia enti ye behwe say president so nyame adoma Friday no obeka ho asem ba bia o maya akwa akosi no ne ono no ebetimi aka afa ho no ye betwen say ye betie
se ho no na ye ka se me hwe se nim se na
chia
enti ho no ye bekai president ye papa ana president Nana Otu
sa
ba ye gina tintim na ese e so bekwa kroma enti okwan bia so no se ye pese president ene aban we etina mu cha o kan ofa bi no enye si no ye ho sere
okay
at this point no credit say grassroots no ora no hia on say CDA $1.
No,
say yeah, we will fix the city. We will do all the roads in Ghana. We will build all the health infrastructure. Yeah, better education one of the best. Economy will be A+. Yentimi antako ora.
No correct. So it's
a serious thing. I think say my president
Adwene baso. Papa.
Yeah, say busuansem a ene de enkufu adomoko.
No correct.
They don't want to go to position.
No correct.
Yeah.
Na make say accountability is protection of public trust.
All right.
Etiane ne awoka ho asemi. Obi a ehwe sebi abaya yeko yenya ndisi fo nkon neto aba no. Ema ye ho. Enya floating voters bebre and sa boshe we nso enam so me enya vote bebre. Enti we say president say yesre no omo nani enko ho yenso ye kasa fa mframa mu ne ye bo mpa ese mpanifo nso we tie ne ayeka. Say bosha ye de share Ghana for say ye ba obi bia sika akwa akodi ni cheche mabo eye akonta mines o kan o masem Ghana fo nyina ehwe anim ba bia sa asem no bekwa akosi record na me hu ne say omukura no mani agye e wo ho isa ne so omukura no feel say bia hope bi e wo ho no ema wo mo enso hu ne sa e wo say obi bia waye bibi e de atia aban no waye tia Ghana fo nyina na wono mo ye sa de ne kwa na nyom kura nso na sunsuanso no wo mo so ye timamufo no yen ene ebrekese papa
bibi say se kasi create special quarter Ghana be say won like say bia you decide say as a government you dem say we na ye mindful so you dem akronfo no okoma faso we Ghana and Attorney General consistently have amplified that same statement of Nkrofo or say or watertight evidence against.
Yeah.
The only reason TIAB Ebecheni said the court is inundated with so many cases and that executive is different from judiciary into many power. And what the court where we in there say 50 years cry you can't blame Attorney General. But politically it will harm you.
Yes.
So what do? Kufuor created fast track high court.
Yes.
You create special court.
Yes.
And when you're dealing with Sakromfui 2 months here we one case over court every day. Someone saying the check so that's the point you're trying there.
Constitution kra no ewom say omampani true chief justice
yes
ultimate create in the special court
yes so it's constitutional right
yes ewom
aka want to me asem yede awi
eka yede awi ache na me ka say wono mo kra no ani age
dey we ase anya power ase akọ GF I give to worry pase anya ase akọ GF akọ GPUS on fa boga anya so o ko wake up kra
ayo we your questions are ye nyina ye busa na ye bon pa so mo betie na mo de wo na yesifem na ya ka asem no na mo ka ne tentem en na Ghana fo ehwehwe se ne o kan na kwatia ye nyina kwatia ye nyina ye nim se o man pen obetie His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ye nyina ye papa ye kasa otie that's it.
Okay chairman me person me share the next enkomo ifru so because of the cocoa me person because enkomo ne ebo ni nyina o hwa etwa kohwi kua kakra they may say anka me share san enkomo ifru so but in case you just joining us me brother ni kasa 6 here the Augustine Imperiality former PC aspirant NBC of Citizen Show the Jumedi. You can join us with your commentary. David Agbanyaga Abba was 100%. Thank you. Joe Smith was NOD for Deputy National Communication Officer. Monfire sir Jumandi. Dela Hammond was how can one to me be going around campaigning for position in their party? Obi awedi kokoro sika.
Oh, Obi awadi Exim Bank.
Any kokoro so so be.
Obi afuo nya wodia. Na watimi akogina mu di akire agiska fraud way any obi o ye murder ye
frauding by
yes
by false pretenses.
Yes and you know kekane nko no onam ho ye dey yen kan say ye share chief justice ye share judicial services say ade na ntesa force file ko yo na mo ade na daddy enti na mbese me say attorney general am na no ye press conference about this and this and this
also all that tight.
Oh yes enti na wo bie Ghana fo anyam ye tie because on the first person mahunu ni so attorney general ye be prosecute obi ye press conference answer tell the yasifo nyina say me were evidence na me say any power no moko within the possible time no ye ho so e be dey e be ba
na chama no no so positive so
yes
say na Ghana fo so be hunu bone a almost we di so yate ase
yeah yate ase o but chachu chikata
yes
na Ghana fo nti ase na o wa sorry dem ye kire ne koy
very well mate one so
sipa yanke me na me hwe no wo Kofodua prison so
wow
ye na najo me na me copy so ke de ne kotre wiram me na me di akire me de ne ko hotel summit hotel na Ibrahim Adam yanko yina nji Ajimota Forest na Kofodua time oba na nye democratic system na ye revolution
yeah
ano ka wo be na ma Kofodua timitra so che yo offer na judicial service ni ho
no
na da ntini ya te fast track court na hwe mpanifu akudi ni mti za kwa mpepra no ni ade no na ye den
ati bi kra drivers
yes
okay Kufu ati drivers court try drivers
no na ye den asamoah hwan for dibra no ye fantepem MP se den wan ko chi drivers bi wo suhum amen no yanye ye chi drivers a danu ye be do be ko prison
ye
be do asem danu
drivers court
the people were hearing for government when they hear ko campaign ye hu ne clear ye ba yan so ye hu ne clear give to our national service e die be se kire say give to our charges na ye de board no enya no kure enti wona ya chichi woni ko gu blue gate CID office ani ne akeka ho enya no kure
chama so mo de ndie mo ho
ena me say enti constitution na ma yewura Akufo mandate ama be ya president otimi be a fast track court
okay
the same constitution 1992 constitution ya referendum ani ya referendum ndia fa na neto media me campaign me yire me hu ye nyina se ewura John Dramani be ma no second coming no be ba no sika na wona didiri ya nyini emfa ko ye bibi because ko to so obi da form do trade da form team onti akonya so oti apatasi no ko school akonya ni ho o twan so be 20 ayi ansa no wako onante be 20 kilometers ansa no wako school sangrofo ni nyina no ne ma me ko to aba mai because onim say NDC ba power ami man bibi papa enye taxpayer man nko ahụ wana die sika wana ya konfo na ya kohwie odi se aban sika eti die woni mu obi akotwa brodi okomode no betum yenu akọ prison okowie obi akokoda ne kon do akọ prison 5 years 6 years $50 billion, $500 million, $250 million. Your bossy can't be the ultimate na. Amadu do na pressure.
I'm so bibi the play bargain.
Oh, and she share how you bet you. And you say you nka one o prison no na wona just wona bokro no. Kesi am on kwan no ndi the man ba.
2022 Akufo do moko. Ano mu hu kro no. You see these guys are very intelligent.
Very.
Yeah, chimfo. Ebi asantefo. Akamfo yes smart. We don't do like we know disrespect to it.
Yeah,
but you see the guys think no they have Japanese document no.
Yes.
The guy well almost ahead.
Yes.
Quite chiri papa.
It's almost we sell make this kind of Charlie. Send them a hammer money chairman tell we are money microphone yedid. Mo me yemfa mre bi mre be friend no. You can say plea bargain act.
Yes.
Na no. say you need okra na microphone ba the law should allow us
say you need be
that time no say oh we are $10 million 4 years no
value
invest
the value
it is say okwa invest in onya say o dey $1 million free po a oba o say ebo if charge $10 million na $1 million no na attorney general so ba ya wonu so abebo the same yi so
yes
na me see yewu
this year boy Sami Jamfi come and grab that a gift. Share the one before sorry see and pamano. It's a gift.
$800.
Yeah, no, it's a gift. And you know any sika, and my sika, and papa sika, and I'm not sika on the chair. But the MP before sorry say, you will be that. Yamana send you. But the wedding the sika or don't the ghost names. Or be a wedding 90 years. Or your national service. 90 years goes to your national service.
Say ono dey wedi 90 na me wewu no ye bi ne
Ghost names nyina so ye national service
ai
da be me ka me say fasu ghost names some of nyina ye national service
yes
ya je hu sika pem enne so ni pa no ya promote no GFA oh oba asa guru ni hedie but say ye chete nyama nyina so I'm never take a fugu. First, near Toba take a MPP time near Tom 700. And now about 350, 400. And to me, the 700 to me, you know. I don't I appreciate it. But you want Bokro, no, or no coffee will be a cocoa, cocoa, dear Binois.
Chairman, the only team in front of me in the body. Bacho. Batakali no day.
Me say, and you know, try will be brought, dear, be so accommodated.
Okay.
And then you jail.
Nti ka me crime so just say nko no so nkotwa body nhim say play bag
Endi yamba ni fu endi si fu do do one one cry and class de onya duru ha na te say na wo UK abrochimam en hihye ye bia ye ne say MPP fu aboye kro no
onji sika man
omunyi sika man na muntu sika ni din na muntu woni mum na yang panifu atete so no so obi so kwase amfom so ani bi mu wa hu se ejada honko huni ntra yemra koko ina unim koko ni de aban se ye nyina gitum se yateso ate o mampani se obehwe kwan obefa so a obesiesie na de asomduaba ohwu bia ni hodi edi kan besere nuan mu akuafo ebra na ye tone 3100 no na dollar dry na cement boy na nchense packet ya and is ye turn 3100 mawa na timi de to cement do say na timi to nchense one packet na hono ba bi asase ya hwe hono ba bi asase ya se ne yesi ye ti lol feso a ye ti lol feso no se be boa wo so se yesi se skani nyina so ama 64 kilo one bag no a abayi nya sika no bi mfa mesi usuku dan no a abubu no because we here in class ne do no a school under trees no edoso enti de na me minimum wo mu ni se na momunu nim odisheba wadwuma wo ye enti na so corporate communication na dia me support on that's a media guy enti abasa yan kasam fa fidiem yan kyerɛkyerɛ niema mu a yan ton niema se market na wo wadwuma
akwada mu kakra
but what na me kyerɛ eni yesi obi nso ye fisherman o de ne tra pono so a ba bia nam wo bi obehunu ayi eboa that's right anamboa enti se wo kofo obi so akɔhye dwumadie bi mu a ese ofo obi obehunu se koko ho fa so ho wado bi da ɔte ɔbɔ wakɔ asuo onima asuo onimi wakɔ wira mu nsuo na ahemanache nsuo na gu wira nso bosuo yɛn friend na asuo wakɔ bi mu da wahyɛ warranty boot afa hoda ebi na nasafo mafo onye finance no onim finance ho hwe na de ne kɔto finance minister akyire ne yi ndi cost sports no so go ya CV ntuhyem de ba we do ko tra ho bebrim wani so no kwa na me kyerɛ
chama wona me o kwan
me kasi bibi so
ko ba bia nam
so yɛwura John Dramani mama yɛn nyina nim so a communicator.
That's right.
To wɔn hɛ wɔ gyina hɔ no wɔ kasa. Onim nea ɔka. Obi ntwerɛ ne speech ma no ɔno atwerɛ na deɛ. Na wahwɛ mu na wakan no wate ase na wahu sɛ wɔwɔ knowledge. Na yɛse sɛ nka yɛpɛ bi te sɛ ebia National Communication Authority anka yɛde rende abi kɔtɔ hɔ anka nyɛ bɔne. Information Service yɛde rende abi kɔtɔ hɔ anka nyɛ bɔne. Ida wubom adwuma yɛ n'adwuma. Yɛka football a ɛbɔ football 1982 ɛne ɔpɛ la abɔ agye no
we a player
papa meche bɔ you see ɛtumi dane me ho bɛyɛ akua me wɔ kokofuo
okay
ɔtumi na mpɛsɛ mekyerɛ nanso me wɔ bi a ɔyɛ hwɛso ni koko yɛkyerɛ mu a yɛtwa nkrampaa yɛgu so first ne afrɛ ne DDT nyɛ saa nɛteɛ ne w'ani hwɛ soro kafo na wogu wotwa nkrampaa wotwitwum odom woyɛ wei na ne teɛ koraa na yɛasɛm no wasa asesa na de agu abɔyɛ baabi yɛbɔ no first no mpo deɛ ne yɛyi invite nkurɔfoɔ ba na wabɔ mpɛsi ama wɔn mɛboa na waburu no 4 days wode agu fam 4 days na wabɔ paa ama yɛakɔ soa abɛgu apa so na watwi ho ɛno nti na ma Ghana yɛ kookoo no ɛyɛ super no yɛde awia ne hata awia yɛyɛmfo gya nti wɔyere ne nyina gyina mu nti ne yɛ kookoo no nti na amananefoɔ pɛ no but ye we nyina chiri bi say kuafo dodo say ne nya million nom a week ade jeba so critical
omo do koko
ai
mu say
ne nya million
enom
a week ana to crit
asem sebe o
enu nti no wo sum bebre ni say ono ane to de dade nti koko no eduru mire say wotum a tumai na NPP fo say wo we fo nsa hwe ode na NPP fo fo say te say na kofo obekọ no a wototo akatua mu edi be na odeto soro single span no wantua bi no odigya Professor Mills ya memfa de kransie yiem
no implement
eno na MPP fo ye bi no si etu kokko no mu kase so ye ntua moka na be loko aban no opon kroma sori ana okasa but no information minister wantu me ankyerechire kokko no ne fa ban ene ne tie anywhere market etumu a ne tie e de si ye kotofu we na petrol bo odin wo so ambanane jamanso eba ne bo kosoro ye teso a eba ndi se kokko so kosoro a ye mia ye ni be mo ma so hu na mo de call 3100
ndi finance minister class say be use automatic
yes
e kosoro a
ya mam
eso ti awa be hu
obehu na mo ma de ba ko a meme eye me ya wo mu a man tiase ne se ye be teso no say you wakuafo hene wo that's right kokofo ho anamboa ada ne yam fresh stakeholders ni nyina ye no ni nyina nhia ansa say class say ye wo munie na ye nim na ye Hanover 1 month pe no ye nim so ndi bibia asie yen na mom ye ba ye bia so ne hu say won nim kokko ni kura kosi awowa a hwe yi a mo beti kokko ni ye nya sika nto MPP aban leading by Nana Otu DarKo Kufuado ne baumia enti wandi mukoko na kosi awo mfiedu enti si yakachira musi ya betu mu ama mu 3650 ni mfa ya hwehwe we no mu nyina ti ye besram say dollar ba fom ye beba mo ne ma mo de ye kua ni nyina so ye bete so amena ba fom enti mukoko ni ye pese de ma musi enti mo ni ho nkobo hu dawuro ni ade bia bro de shieba e wa ha na wo ka ho asem ade bia ma radio station we na ka ho asem ni afre koko farmer papa no ni afre best farmer ni afre wei ni woni nyina de adua bam da fe yatum de bi ani akire bi
besine obi en ho a wa frɛ me me dey you don't come here da
so
by your journalists some sympathize with NDC yeah de enya kura ye bebo kona mama people like us you call us educate us
yes
besine obi an frɛ me
what you say
be say me betna on person me kan dey
what you say odije bay se minister no chire mu atima mu ne ka jansa o de 1 million na wo kan ya wo pe de obeka chero no na MPP ni na fachi o no waja katri di ato o no akoka chesa mompre on say na so on bo pa mo ne ko se hwi hokoye demonstration ama on ate on to see am 2.5
miracles
yes adentra mu di kokko na sia wo mo 10 years kokko sack kura no enne ye pebi ye bebre enti management na board ebe take decision na mo ba cabinet ya finance minister ni a Greek minister abe brivu president ni afre best farmer cocoa ya frɛ we na duru ba bi kura na ya frɛ fonfo no so ni ya frɛ nsɛntwerɛfoɔ no bi ni ya de akyerɛ wɔn sɛ ni ho documents ni be sɛ yɛ tom wie na se yɛnkɔ kyerɛkyerɛ mu a asɛ wɔtutu akokɔ ho panin sɛ ɔmo aboa ni din so na mmom no me de me gitum sɛ yate petrol so yate emoso dadeɛ yate eniema fertilizer yɛ de bi be ma mu free and yate so na 700 na number 45 me boa nti niema yate te so bebree no yɛnye ntum sɛ ɛnɛ hwɛ aban sukuu no a obɛɛkɔ no ɛne odi adi kosua miɛnsa sɛ di ne nyinaa yɛ aban no aban ne boa ma Ghana na pagya enti wo so fa ho ba afɔdeɛ ba yɛn sɛ yet me hwɛ di because every season be we 2025 2026 anameboa we kura de oni kokko we na nyem main one no we ni tete ho de no main one ni between October and ye bebie bia no October November no 16th going na ye be ready budget no na nyame ayadoma me asa pagya kosoro kakra because aban hwɛ sɛ obetima mama di komgo ha
na chama no education na ese call down say aban say dada no a wanato titisika no anu benya new one egu apase no and 2005 no
na no yan tete ho de the main season no and the mo benya they say we friend nkonkwam
ha nti so ko na woni pa ko na so wontua the main way na come and report
odije ba we friend nkonkwam ya tete awie no o wa bo se bi no mo soso wosoro ne ya tete no ma ko mienu miensa but the main season in October September October going no honema yakase 2016 2026 2027 season enu ni eba betum enti mi apele to yenua no makua force yawa John Dramani mama
chama fatu me trap
oye okua ni mapa oye obi a odwe nipa ho wanya na dwen se sabiota fracho na sembiara okan ye no woni so na mom yenua no MPP for kwan ya ono de ye faso ne kwan ye faso ye hand over ye ntimi president pensenie mam just out trans chene mi ehun se ona tabiri koko nankasa kura koji secretary de adi ameka bebre na ayi CEO no wo hono na ona ton PBC nyina PBC na PBC ntimi mfanhyen enne ye ma musika mama koto nti ami desi eni anuma kuafo no bi ni se koko no begu wiram ni e beka se e beto 4000 na wonu nya sika ni se e beto 2005 ni edi wonu sika bebre won na mama koto kerosene on told the MPP tab no on the toll or $1 man back to kwanya dollar na ba form and na petrol traka mu ateso amane de obefa no ne dan say ye beto koko nim na dollar kosro petrol kosro rent kosro we ya kosro no obepe no sa enti mesere se o mampani enne cabinet yanyi nipa bi ntu wona se bibi se kosro ya mo ne nya Mazados ya enya tourism nko ani ama Mazados so se we mu do ya tourism one ko boda wuro wo ba bia ye kwaji ya nini we ni afa we ko no wa she Ghana flag aduru ba bia ku ayo mu no so no ya mfa Mazados so emma won teach won na me din si no okay do ya ma hwan de pepa ne sa se koko no ne de ye chocolate ampa ne de ye milwa mesira o mampani se ye mfa bi din si ho na nye koko day no okay ye mo no chocolate ni koko ni bi ekuafo ni bi no no so dum miro ni bi no no hu se won so body e ka ho ne provide koko
yeah after koko normally from chain chairman Boateng former Eastern Regional Chairman and currently hopeful for the same region and yet say Ninkana me Juni Bibi because finance minister didn't come out the other time and or can say this year and they say audit for AG. I want to believe a new audit in Attorney General AG for investigations na share wrote and I'm saying NDC above for over a year into the semi contest into my hair crumble come on that be my main but no chairman make vote na chairman maybe say na you who am careful matena ho no mo after a year afena kwabra na hu say Enkrofo e ho pasa when me nko okra me nim say o makra jute sacks you be here this over 5 years across financial loss to the state
expiring date crab
yes
so kutu Colombia na tete
that way first rank make kan kwase momudi but yes kwase momudi chama
no don kai
oh contest the bed
that is so benya deputy organizer benya deputy organizer
kwase microphone we di wo krom hey no me na mo free no mo no nende almost 3 enkuko
nenya ni sanka afenyo mark betumi aka electricity asem those time and they want to be electricity asem and then obi to say
public account committee regulations say buy your for so we don't follow public account committee I can see a best special court akwesi say me ba chobe una kwa na say
who say asama chairman kai eni die democracy no me there be amika democracy is a scam in Africa. Democracy is a scam in Africa. It's a scam because we share normal ecosu in Africa and Ghana because of politics, because of the name democracy. No?
Okay.
People have misbehaved and they are gone free with it. We share the developed countries, share US, ni London. US almost share ni voting. No? Over 200 years because it is in 1960. Obia voting in the US. Almost 30 years. No? If you cannot make any meaning to a development of that country now, so they started by people who were, white people with properties. We are white with our property. You won't vote. It is only in 1960, after the struggle with the Black Revolution, and some of the blacks were allowed to vote in the United States of America. UK cry can say they are our colonial masters. It was the power of like the traditional leadership. They were in charge. Monarchy. Even they are being touted as democratic. The monarch system was functioning, and that's why those countries developed. Wow. The system that we run here, laws to block ourselves, to allow people to steal the system and go free with it. That is what is happening. That's why we are that's why we are here.
Message Papa Yadiaba. If it is true, also Chelsea said, SCSM before we are there. If it is true, why don't you prosecute them? We are tired of your noise making.
Good. Wow. This song is the constitution, and it is just allowing people to have to use the law as a scapegoat, and then they have whatever they want for themselves. So Mrena I had share on before you free MPP free aban see dear judgment
plea bargain.
Is it that we cannot amend that portion of the constitution now? Because it doesn't make sense.
Chama obi won krompa ye yes can.
Why?
There are some people we don't need the money.
In MPP, conform the BR or MPP, they almost to Obama NDC because they thought this government was going to hold them to ransom.
Yes.
And so many people, and this they tell us, sure, in Yendi, meaning Mamia or no free Yendi, you call for monitoring. MPP in the power, no, or be a woman organizer, former woman organizer, or maybe any or my sika, or to your hotel bills. Just to make sure that the MPP exit. Why? Because Omucha sought for the Yendi water project. Yana pa oya obia respecting. Nana doni ba ume di nuko bebia. They want to cut the salt. Omu kati salt no. Edumanu it didn't come. Man pussy for hini.
Oh, what is one bit my
yes, or so many. If you look at the Ohina, he has so many paramounts. A bukra out of Upper East region, a cask of form at their back. Baby, now must a multipurpose dam, Palugu multipurpose dam. to bring such respected traditional authorities.
And are you surprised?
Over 20-something million US dollars. The Amasa project. Container.
Yeah, no two
container on Mudisi Jose.
For Bankra Inland Post.
This guy, this democracy. This democracy we are witnessing here in Africa now, is a scam. It is a scam. We have to look at our democracy very well. I'm not saying, look, even in Africa, countries that are practicing authoritarian dictatorship. Look at Burkina. Burkina is a semi-desert country. We import tomatoes from Burkina Faso. And so brown area honoma. Techimani, Diba, Germany, Kentampo honum. That place is so good for tomatoes cultivation. Upper North, Stream honum. Because we have the best tomatoes in this country. It can stay for long before it get rotten. Why can't you do mini dams? Because of the laws that you have to go through. It is very difficult to do this kind of cultivation. And for me, dictatorship is better for Africa. Because some conform you hear Ghana say
in this dispensation.
Yes. Look, we can promote it.
No, so you can say we rather need a dictatorial
powers
Democrats.
That's fantastic.
A benevolent dictator.
That's right.
Who will function under the tenet of democracy. But with
the
dictates.
I don't know, say, US start here. It's not everyone who was voting. It was democracy, all right. But everybody don't vote. Because if you don't even understand what we call economy, you don't understand what the country needs. What are you voting for?
I think that we should design democracy to suit Africa.
I think
so.
This won't go anywhere. Look, sir, corruption. All this software stuff, sir, economic benefits are here. These roads are here. We build it. As at now, in the northern region, Ashanti region, Bunahafo, most of the big push projects are here. Ring roads, and it's going to help this country. Meanwhile, who they trying? If this will allow this to come in the next 30 years, they will spoil everything. Electricity. Maybe you more electricity a Netco. Maybe you more VRE. But Netco is an offshoot of VRE. And to Ubashim Honoma, Netco is functioning like ECG is functioning here in the south. Yet to meters, yet to electric poles, yet to friends, wires, cable wires. For the next 20 years, we are here, and nobody's questioning anybody. So, these democracies that we are practicing, we have to look at it again. But on the issue of cocoa, I think the government has, especially the president, has shown the way with pleading with farmers to agree, say, while we are now, it's a global issue, and the government will always, stand in for cocoa farmers. Not only cocoa farmers, all categories of farmers. But Usha, he said one thing when he, and I'm sure even the State of Nation are ready to come up, where government will invest more, will create enabling environment for private sector involvement in the processing of our cocoa into the end product. Into chairman, chocolate million there, because if we have these cottage industries are at least where these cocoa farms are, there will be some mini factories to add some percentage of the produce that we are harvesting into end a year. It will help this country. Until the president and the government have shown the way. But the criminal aspect of science, it is criminal. It is so serious, and I'm highly disappointed on some of the leadership of this government. Because if you know all these things, why were you quiet? Yes. You allow these guys to make fun of us. They had one repetition of John Dramani Mahama and his government. Just somebody making a mistake and at least sleeping on his job is creating this problem. If by now those people there the administrators, the CEO who left and is
bia no omo yɛ de wo mu didi enioma anim sɛ na chama ka asɛm bi sɛ appointees on the highest level no bibia bekoye na afia ba be di obi nsɛm na ɛkɔ no na afia ayesolo but miss any message ama wo mo sɛ omo nka omo koma ento omo yam obia yɛ adwuma papa a de party eba power ento omo nyanto base e be chama aso obia so
and if no bad syndrome we prekona fi mention yaka
okay yes you see sasem ya sema very broad let me say efa ye nyina ye ho e betimi emergency de eto a enti na ye emergency no me uni ani ano bi ye de kan bibi enti ya de wokɔ na se ekokoba ne situations bi ekokosia eba ne sa na ha em se na se am nka busuafo ya asema esi ye ebe ma busuafo nyina ya akɔ nipa ne ye Ghana ni enti se ye nyina so ebe se am ya ho ya akɔ obi ani ho no ma deserve se sa de no ebeto no na ekokoba ne sa no se empanifo frɛ hospital no ebusemu a ebeka se obi a o empa wo ho ye besere se hospital bia o management somehow no so na ya o mokora so timi generate bibi kakra na you see hospital bi na mpese me koya ade wo ho na mpese me body na obi ekodonati plant kasiye ema wo mo na se be ya omo be bo bibi no omo de plant no asiso no na ya asem mete sa asem na se be no kure mete sa asem na se na we de se me dimi so word na wa na se da bi enye fine se obi di ade kasiye se ya ba na nka mo so mo de kakra mo betimi aye na nka mo so mo na nka mo de abo abai and I think the hospital management ni nyina no e wo se omo timi ebo wo mo homodin omo boa wo mo ho bibi nso si a we will hold them responsible say wonim ne e wo se wo ye wanye no we hold you responsible abaya famu dia wo so ye bia no obeye but adinti na management ni so wo ho say we na enkoye e wo so omo so timi e draw penny for attention and then as oman no na ya di hujuma and yes I want the request na call na say maya e different but now we have a listening government bibia ani a otie enti na me work for now e fa ho no
okay me ejuma briefly na santo so the Social Security and National Insurance Trust SNIT is reminding members and the public that they no longer need to visit any of its branches to access services. With the introduction of the SNIT virtual branch, members can conveniently access services remotely, anytime and from anywhere using the SNIT app. The USSD code is *711*9#, *711*9#, or you can also use the SNIT portal. Services available include member registration, benefit processing, update of personal records, and general enquiries. For seamless access to SNIT 24-hour virtual services, kindly call SNIT at 0302 611 622 0302 611 622. Na man comes to say SIC frame Mr. Mo say catch them say obu hon mo ton de obi hu na ja top market wo ne ne men nyina hye wakra ne ma e wo poso obi hu na abutu ne daate nyina ekọ bibire hon mo a omo mpensi anchi ba emmom daate nti no se ohaw ne ba na former sabra madama ma yenkanfo SIC mamu ebebo am bebre in terms of motor or fire accident or travel, marine and more related fit bia enye bia no SIC will be there to support you. SIC Insurance, their promises are certainly sacred. Beba na the heart builders from adansie achro. Okay, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Madam Fubi, and maybe I think no bed syndrome.
Yeah.
Me no fee, and it was that serious. Me rushing and no kwa masama. In fact, me driving straight to the emergency because no serious. You didn't call no. I said, "Oh, me can't hear no." I say, "I'm quite card." The person was dying. Anna or Tehilum. Make your cochaye because that card nipa ho. If you ever say in your card, no, you say 20 minutes. You buy back in the business, I've they attended to the person. I'm so much card. Very well. And the card me buy. na nyumre no mo say didn't some man transfer a call 37 hospital. Me meant man could be me one a frame and I don't know about 37. Idea you transfer from one hospital to a known hospital. Almost say bed in the ho. Intino, Omuntini attend to. And to catch me say, catch them saying, I'm going to University of Ghana Medical Center and the Fufro. Call home manager. Only party will serious thing. Yes, bed in the ho. And I'm catching say, and the Omufanin call rich. Only Nico Ridger, that be because I'm finding Kolebu rather. Kolebu, I'm the call first, no, some Nico Rich. I'm saying I'm finding Rich. Only Nico Ridger, ready for say bed in the ho. And I'm say, okay, or back to Naka Muna. Say there be nipa and I'm because you said I'm catch so the idea best for my daho. Say nipa the ho. I am and I'm saying Kolebuna you need us the whole Ghana. That me someone from madam for them Kolebu. The Nico Kolebua. Yes, bed ni ho. Then I had to pick a phone.
Wow. And
call a senior doctor. Me call ni in 1 minute later there was bed. And see how many people in Nimu be? I'll be to my call. Now say bed the whole more bed the whole day. But the bottom line is that my friend is dead. He died.
Wow.
He died. And I think, say, delay, no, account and the money way. Maybe so, say, General. Yeah. As a country, and this I want us to look at this matter beyond the politics lens. You're better than your service issue. And then we say, "Oba will not in the bad form." Like Mintiaze. So and it happens across all regimes. Yeah, that's whether right. MPP, whether NDC, across all regimes.
Usha, statistical service. I'm saying every 10 years they do population and housing census.
Okay.
I don't know say, you know, to help the country plan for the future. If you look at from 1990, the population of Ghana was around 18 million. And then we are about 34 million. And I'm sure when the latest EIBA will be hitting towards 40 million. And to know the planning of every aspect of our economy, education, health, any BPR, that's why they do that population and housing census. Now, each doctor has a number of patients he can take on the ratio. Are we working towards that? And that's why and I like opposition. I should do it without a political lens. But it is very difficult to make such analysis without political lens.
Okay.
John Mama Bensu from 2012 to 2016 or dedicate certain percentage of appointee salary to build a primary health care to boost primary health care, because most of sicknesses that we go to the hospital or referral centers with are preventable at the beginning of it. Usha, how did the sickness start? As if the person has access to primary health care and drew her. And so we need to step up our primary health care. It's very important. A cheap compounds are now John Mahamadini salary only appointed in salary. It was because of they were being privy to such demand of medical facilities by patients in all districts, in all communities in Ghana. So that's the first point. Second point, Usha, the hospital management, they are also helping issues, even though they are not directly responsible for expanding facility at the hospital. But they sit down till things go out of hand.
Yes.
And so they try to resolve side problems. Fortunately for us, Tamale Teaching Hospital, they were only there fighting for positions. Until just recently, then they brought somebody outside the hospital to make the person the CEO of the facility. He's able to raise resources from donor, not just through Ghana Health Service and through Ministry of Health, through donor. Kuwait Zakat Fund, Arab country, Kuwait Zakat Fund. And for me, Minister Mbeko Kuwait as an ambassador. Now, the way I'll use that fund to help this country, especially health and education. But that didn't happen. But I've been talking with the guy who has been sending. Almost can't say like how do you call profit in chi? Infrastructure. Omundi muska tu banka. Omundi infrastructure. Haram say obedi infrastructure as a Muslim. Yes. Into the investment be omuyenu. Saska do omuyenu. They put it. They give it to zakat. Zakat simply means that charity. Sa siwa or TTH, Tama Teaching Hospital, or arrange and he's building facilities to facilitate one bed syndrome to cure him. Usha apart from a wars I see home fine can come or more see hostels. In the yeah. So that if they have a situation like that, they can help. I'm taking this opportunity to let listeners know that one of the appointees of John Dramani Mahama has personal vision, personal initiative to be able to solve our problem. But here until share your manifesto, 2024 manifesto, government has enumerated health care, how to to solve our problem, and government has promised to build hospitals. Okay, say la bad is la hospital. La hospital. Nana Otu DarKo. For 8 years, it was not working. It was there. Yeah. When you do this, you are not helping the state. And you and I agree that the work is ongoing. Steadily, it's progressing. And some police hospital just across the road, just like the police cantonments. For since they came to government, but the no messing new hospitals. Cantonment. So new facilities. They abandoned our project. If they were adding to what they came to meet, like we did, we built a regional, a teaching hospital in Tamale. Yes, we built regional hospital at Boga, and many other aspects of the country. Almost by 8 years, one facility is growing and seeing count. I'm so messy agenda 111. Where? Why is it? It is something that government have to speed up on the promises that it has made. Which our government talked about even expanding health infrastructure and includes the South bed. And it's unfortunate. Or people who just because of a bed. Yeah. Madam for you one, and your bed nunku. Usha doctors, Kramponu. We are running out of doctors, specialists in this country. We are running out of specialists. How many people can afford to access a Legon hospital? Because until the government has uncapped some of the, now Ghana Health Insurance Company, no money to support some of this. They were always owing, but because government are buying by. About Legon, so it's normal hospital. And I'm more special fee. I think Legon is like Olebu. Yeah, it's like Olebu, but say more specialist. So the sickness. Specialist. Yeah, so the sickness you are but sir and capping about the promise that this part NDC government has made it's helping. And apart from capping, we promised to establish Mahama Care, and by the grace of God, the first 50. The first bill has been experimented and it's working very well. So we thank His Excellency the President and his government for coming up with this about our best syndrome. If we're able to build, I think we're also building more 6 regional hospitals. Yes, or say additional 6 regional hospitals in all the regions. In all the regions. If those ones are done, my brother, we will be able to alleviate some of these challenges. But preventive health is very, very important for us. We should what to eat, at what time to eat, and all those things. It will make us healthy. Exercising, drinking water, and taking fruits. Even though fruits are they are available in Ghana, but they are very expensive. We have to look at way to live a very healthy life. So I will not even get to a situation where you'll be rushed to a facility where there will not be bed. Great. Thank you very much. Nilate, I say, so for how long will President JDM and the NDC realize? Okay, I see. So for how long will President JDM and the NDC realize that the MPP is not a political party, but rather a criminal organization? If the NDC doesn't start to adopt a ruthless approach in dealing with these criminals, millions of Ghanaians who voted for them will not trust them again. Prosecuting them is the only way to restore our democracy.
Papa, I'll say even if Ken Oforiatta come to Ghana today, his case will end nowhere because he'll be playing. He'll pay AG, and the judges. I'm not sure they take. I mean, there's no evidence to the effect that they take bribe. So I always say, Nana, we have seen that MPP are innocent. They are not criminals as NDC campaigned. That's why they can't prosecute them. We have to bring MPP back to finish Ghanaians with a Japan deal and so on. Nana Otu, please, where can I write my name either in a Duke room or a pred? So, a polling station, and now there are branches across the constituency. Inti, baby, a jano, should there be so be say, what the man could be saying this as some cry, say be up polling station. Usually, a honor mutuabano, and most of the time, the park is on there. It's you, branch, NDC a branch. So get your Ghana card and a passport size picture. Nabi say baby NDC for Nishiano. Baby NDC for Nishiano. Kwa baby at Rodin or Honum. Na ye branch member. My main coach man Watson. Chairman.
Chairman, starting me yet you enter the Menasu.
Okay. Obon Magana okay.
Nana Otu DarKo. At times, we are not beside who say. Me who say will be a dinner birthday.
Hey, Jamaica birthday, them slow. And a year MP boss birthday. Lawyer Eduji Tamaklu.
Happy.
Man, happy birthday.
A baby will be a man.
Yeah.
Lawyer, what you try to
fantastic man.
Say, Okochem Power Hospital. And what who's that?
But you say, Wakuhunubi.
Maybe say, young penny for be the birthday. Or say, me the near my comma prisons. A bockron what you could be trying to hear it. Or ye near my bassa, I see my swear, mama, swan near my, but in the hospital. Young Fabi being cohos and paba, could I say. And name me birthday, my champ Pammy and Sa or Qualibu, and I reach, and I chip compound. I know to one with that. I don't know. But when we are political, Ladia Wuni, Makochi Buachimota Hospital. MP. On MP. And I'm just a political. But I said birthday there. So, but when we hear ideas, I say a dream who quite really say. And then me arena me qua. Many special award uncle. Then if I don't say the Benya special award to ya. Aquada. Send our brandy in your baby choir and penty. Your point is, I point to from Kwame Nkrumah pens will be seen. And if one who say the whole EC region appointees in and then you Kochempa, Ewokofodia Central Hospital. And I had them put 50 guho, your chama chip compound. And then see you cow or damunu, and the quadjuman. No boarding. The fear bungalow team. Now who see any way no. Now we are in here so back hospital. Okwanem penny hobere. Okwanem penny hobere. And the hospital here baby here the my nyina. Me at times we be doing birthday near say Akoche prisons in for dia. Me Akoche prison for e me na dumso hon. Big generator. Commander no honor walk on what time generator no coach. Generator na the coach. Not on the coach. At prison man. Go for their prisons. On the coach commander na. The coach prisons. Santa make energy ni bo take kan ku de to block kwa ori nyina ya ba walk for dia. Dr. Manebu ama wenya ni baby ko ori nyina. E the coach prisons. Me na me kotoy. Ana watanko. O the coach all free wako. No ana manje. So uni tie obi akotwetwe obi wadi awu my friend is saying me din na men ka me dey ona no commander o here ben na ye hunu time now e commander na che na me organizer that time 2004 mu oba ye ko 2018 mu 2008 o dey me check atamos yeah Satan man this no power that be ne ye friend ye power ba oh okay here ye work okay just say and you bounce here say ya the more secret we no mo come prison for near the ade me ku akwa ho adodo ho anke betimi do na kodo wadi ewu ba obi a won wu ye no yare no nya ba bi na o man pani John Dramani mama ni NDC party sisi hospitals bebre aboa ye wura dan ni mu ofe empire ntimi ntompa the whole way mreku a ye budget ni nuru but ye bisa se appointed do say na o se ne me krom hospital me dem pam yensa 9 akoche
from onwa
nkasa ni pem ahemfo ben na sorry ne se ne me donation yempa e wo me hospital e wo ho no and me donation empa 50 me dia come buy hospital na wasi asi me krom no ahemfo ahena akoye Nana Otu
nehu biza
adentra say yam famra na ko jira ho na commission na ho na yam famra
se no munye na etwa aban
but o yare nra no o ko enso na bed ni ho emra oti ase a wa hodin bo we so hini we wa besi hospital kase Ohinwe wano na ode electricity pole mu abegu ho ohinwe be ye wi free hospital no e wo ho ne se empanim okọ children's wa ya were ho kolano kra ba bi one da awo egu awo e fa won
dan say ye boss Alhaji Seidu Agongo
okay
ana wakosi very beautiful advice ama omo from the unknown I think Okolebu
okay
unse onkrofobia be accident bi
yeah
na omo hospital oni abusia
emergency accident
yes oni abusia obetena ho a obu onso hospital ho no ne refi ne ho abusia ni bi e ma se onkrofo no they are the unknown na ohwe baby I wish we had the video but akosi beautiful advice ama ewo Okolebu Seidu Agongo na yes
nyame to ne nsam kese oni na busuya the man sa adwen
that's right
onu ni won se oni ni pampempem a waje won nkwa
every
sa de na wasiesi ho
Bahama Ken so yeah or the 500,000 I think on the first almost start here
yeah
says can
so say ye hweso yi a won wan diso ade hu o mampani won say ye say the MPP for say ade no di ni din na atoso ni ngon fa wudi na metoso
ambi on be say na kufa
da bi Nana Otu DarKo akufu no ni din ade no wan ntu bi so
enya ba me hake
Nana Otu DarKo akufu no ni bi
ba so tu din a wo
ono de sabi nyansa dokro ne sabi owe nyansa o wisdom man and was say name din Mahama ke me kel me dwen ho enti ma bia fasika be boa me nyamfa hwe wo na ni bi ye wo yare a sa dwonso yare sa ne ma we nu ma wuntimi ntua no yam wa o ma wonye boni wom amede ma no si no anada ko
chairman
say yam panifu antimi amoa na da bia ya adwen say aban ne hwan aban ne yen aban no say independent yedi Nana Otu aso akọ region by region opepepe independent no say nka independent biara no ye hwe budget ya enyo nyansani ye wura John Dramani mama no say me ba kati ye nyiri ojubiri house ho na cost ne nkofo mo a nye hwe secretary dia de come school for twahwe ni ade ene ese se scan emu two test ye de tompa ye kwa ye so 65 anniversary a home penny ye de kogu kwalebu ye de kogu rich ye de kogu ha nka woni mpadodo ayewo ye papa no so ene nadbo enye obi dahye nko an ese disaster nya atorenche mra se jahye nsu afọ obi enye so yankocho ne niema mattresses ni ade aduru mra se nadbo so twa de ni hospital hobi
jodi nyina aka
yes na mattresses no agye se ujahye ufie hye nsu afa wo ne de abre wo no onso kwaya adoye ma hospitals ni bi empani bua student mattress ni bua
it's a brilliant idea
yes obi kwa yare to form kro benya ba bi ada
Some party and Mr. Odasu.
Odasu. So what you say? So the mattress is in a decent so after you will be the jet to him near the fire service bedroom near the Asia do you more than the I do me as a night before this mattresses and then say kuntu brand near Ekogu hospital and to also me who's one yard or the abua about Buakasi pa or Yaria.
But chairman, as a government, can't we also be deliberate and say, you see, mean fix what the best in the hospitals in Ghana, but the major hospitals, at least in the 16 regions, ABI, the care to Castle, every hospital be procure 1,000 beds. If 1,000 also, we can do 500. You procure 500 beds, so times 16. Can't we be deliberate? Because it's a social phenomenon. Can't we be deliberate about it as a government?
Obe to my intinu we sit down. Obe to me here intinu we sit down the aboa. But the boa for so no
here. Yes. Intinu bet no. You know.
Well, now enka me so me die woman ni say. Sa ban ma contract say yensi hospital. Yemfa bells ni nyina nka contractor no. Ma don't let me tell o si wi a Oma empa nyina magum. Yemfa nka ni be no a ya hyehyaba no. Nya fra ni esi awie. Ni e wo de okoto mpaba. Apart from ambulance ye ntimi mfa nka ho. Ye de ni nyina ka ho. Because you was subcontract, you were electrical one. You better me my way subcontract. You better me my way. But ni nyina ye that hospital no yes no. You be wie no na bibia. The furniture ni nyina mu ama ye wie ama ye. Wale boya kwa men kuma penso. Empari bia ye dada. Eno kura ne hygiene kenye. Ye hwani ye. Sweepers ya wo ho no kura nkrini ho ye. Ebi atete apansam. Ebi ayi bed ni bi kura ko onu fie. Why na ehwe sa na ema wenu mu nyina? Is it Minister of Health? Ni nko na djuma. Entu mre say division of labor. Eba. Ni enye obi ti me report ba te say Nana DarKo. Na ya odon so na sede. So onu bi obeyi ni ho afira manyo semu. Ni de ni so obe check say ni eba ni nyina. Inti na esi ye kwa access and liability. Udi okwa no wanya office ti ho. Be liability ni de no de wan hwe. Okwa case wa akotrem. But the one hwe mpa na ne niam na wo ho no.
Ibi kra kwa na kra ntwenye.
Bi ye ntwenye. Hwe enya me nwanwa. Da bia me ka my wife. Nana DarKo. Me yire yare ya de ne call here. Special war. Me tu chema. Your Excellency John Dramani mama. In 2020, me yiri na ma stroke fanitrim. Me dawa nyumre bi na former president Yewura John Dramani nti me si me nya na chiri dida. Afra me ma me ba fie.
What's that? Yeah, 2020.
Yeah. Oh, never perfume ho good house. Osina dem be born na man your friend me first lady. Na me tia konwa so sore de ma no. Nanso fofi anto ata na biare abam no wo be fa no oba yie ni bi da o ma me ko je special war na ene doctors na aba no wa frɛ no kura de oxygen esi no so no hwe phone so ho no open no no woni so obe wu so aduro no obe tra ma no ni so wuntimi nko 20 obe toba no na anya yie o de aduro no konso anya yie so woni ska betumi I call that special word. Say ni part of wedding. Obewu. But when ni part 20 W, obi ya yes and obi. Na nia omampani ye ma mi at that time no. Na me wa hu hiem. Nia wo opposition. Na so me yire hwere ne kra so no. Omampani de ne huni ni sika hiem. No say be jam me yire kwan fe no
relation
sa papa to say
President Muhammad there
sorry wa konwa so de man
wonu me say menya accident or some obi be fie
yes obesuma
Yes.
And until I say Mahama care, and yet care, you're thinking about somebody who are winning be.
Yeah.
Because or maybe you're winning so or you're in for or more bro. That me name of us here, you see. Say, hey, Timmy, so you're coming. So, and until you can say, if you come and come up person in the hospital, nice, I am for Bremuma or no, na yaban. But you have one pay, say, because what kind of say, if you're that walk, you know what can't was him. On fine shame where you say, we do name fear nine. No, the legacy, a bit jahon. Neka who been in the say. Kwalibuya do almost about 10,000 bed ko Ridge ye be ko Kofodia hospital ye be ko ye do ko na policy enya policy say any people before this ke you honest what did cross on the by friends
cross by
enya na so on the bibia ba say we discuss between
plea bargain
and we do discuss plea bargain now your policy say afi biara ministry bia sika bia na dey mo 10% e ko tompa ako go hospital ayentumi no yebetumi ayamba na bros the other countries in so ayaba no ambassadors nya or be also for the contribution mra ye hia mpa de go hospital mpa papa amia de wo koto ba bi na wo da ho a ama yare ne kura ko
obi manso o yusu mpa no be 1 year no ye free
no ashepo di aba
yes ye de no ye be use no be 20 years ye kra nya bi ye pay use 50 years
there be boom on the call you wear the hawk or where you hello to your car adewechi sister 9 years in here you do Ghana 6 March ni enye 69 years independent what I say 69 now you go so ka empa yeah, that's what hospital wants. So sad. Near Koya na ye buy. Nenyo ura John Dramani mama ni enya no. Na the policies all changing near ma o my Ghana mu. Na say ni pa we benya bi we. And how do abetra 8 years. Hwe na de wo ma de ba na de go. Ambulance na de o ma ne ba kra ya ne ho yia. Secretary de anyina ne ba ne nam ho. Obi akokra ambulance aba. Yesi ehu so hwe. Hey. Ya tam obi papa atofo se akogina. Say Libya. No be back or ambulance. Niama ba medru or the number for billion.
No
Agani ya kodi say.
Chairman, TK Jidula or say no bed issue. No, sometimes it's not as if say best na omunti min tonko. But it born more or say inadequacy. Okay, my main kind of was it the no bed issue is not really about physical bed inadequacy. It's lack of health personnel and space to put the beds. So sometimes in the hospital now maybe yashisha baby beds in the BC. Until maybe no many expanded space. I'm the new bed facilities in Ebigu.
Do you need warehouse?
No. Say hospital beds no. You planted hospitals so.
But yeah, warehouse wanka unu ya nko yebeko yibi dia bisi kwa man.
No, Chama, you don't understand what I'm saying. It's not as if say warehouse. What I say hospital na kasano. Any space.
I be
a new bed to it is limited if they are limited in space.
And I said the name says kasa bed in any home, but you say why am I? Yeah, bed in home. Anywhere ma. So bed in what you bet to me at the name any bed.
Any bed. Okay.
Name sabre ya no kasa idea. Yanti me nyon to because why am I? OPD I am.
Yeah.
Special ward I am. What did I make am? Nje bi anka mo de ne kwa ha. Ka beboa. Eno so ho.
But so we don't do okay anyways. Sorry no. And your mosque ahodo. I know say bi mu ye adwuma, but how are they helping? That cry me my suggestion say anka old churches see any new churches say omugina brand no. Obi yes factory back. Would they employ your people? In Tianka Pentecost or factory, CAC or factory, Methodist or factory. I think there should be a religious policy like that.
No, kuna Pentecost for besi no see prisons.
A Pentecost I see prison. But
na prisons you see the boy.
No, factory.
I mean can walk a factory no see prisons. Asore mo mo nya da je ko see prison
instead of factory.
Na ho na mfa nko to na wa ba ya soro no. also preach ya chakra. This is a because a Pentecost will be a factory, a toilet room.
Yes, no
one. Why your name walk see prison their coach. Apart from matter is in the press bin mobile here said you only be a school ni hospital seni ade no. Apart from no what is your other baby aka hu bi.
Oh papa ni wan say be school fees na
the major on say school ni ya be obi a school but ya be factory aka hu.
Na bi.
Ya buy employ tio eno ka hu. Informal sector of a bro.
Obi the question be about them say chairman. Was Nana or the men was na was if there are schools under trees, why can't we have patients under tent? I go chairman, but for last
me last year me can say.
Yeah.
And I could be chief nyina. Yes, enkwatenti am mampani. Yes, John Dramani mama. Say na djuma power ye no. Ni abotre a wonya. Akwantuo mu a wokọ ni ba bi wokọ nyina. Ewrade nka no. Efie da yibetie no, ye ntimi ma hobi. Ewia ya bebo hu dawuru. Ya pensem ne nsem a wokọ no. Eme besere say, ye ma communicators no. Bibia na ekwa, ye ni kan yi communicators ne aso. No no mo hu dawuru. Say na ebe ya ebeba beto ho no. Ni aton awie dada. Was ye nua no MPP fo no ya bamboyefo. Ono de ono na koton tuma mu de nyina ye China no obeka se ne de UK Holland me so antuma no mu chemu pepepe into ono de ade a wona chiri se ade papa science o hwe de ye Kwame Nkrumah gudunguru bombo no enu abi no be se de ye Ura John Dramani mama e wo djuma pa wo di no nanso ye ma ho kwan ye sikite se ye betra so ache no se Ura John Dramani mama betra so bi so obekọ no ye nya ya adwensi ye free so enti wo pani bi na se nko yi a ye beka wa se mo mampani we ya oba mo man dis nko so ma nko trafie no obi obetumi no metra ho enu na hia yen
ati chairman Boateng former Eastern Regional Chairman or some say hopeful for the same region and as I say oba empanyufo a aka ho a ombaye me da chairman mafro you don't must pass ombaye but quick one hand builders go so frail me pa cho almost as no near me pa ho say ultimate 50% na ne aka ne amount 6 months to 1 year now they tria that what the chobwe shy hills ana ningu chopoli ubenya sase but we langa asembie ne ho litigation free your ma flexible time to pay ana fe for pa the number na free 0241665200 0241665200 me catch you say na me ma we discuss dial *850*5# na a game very easy to play. You simply dial *850*5# on all networks or dial via na afi wa follow prompt no na obetimi atwa from 5 cities to 2000 Ghana minimum crofo AD and we the latest abanti mu jitum na munyina mutugu so sesi a mu na mu bedi ade no nkrofo ani bete no na chale mo sesi mu dan kura dada because about 1 million cedis giveaways and yedema obetimi di 100,000 cedis at a point nimsraw try na bo game be take care here opese wutwa na afi the next part na baba you choose your lucky card out of 5 options ubenya na afi wa confirm game no through omomo pin next kana baba go phone so ntimesra wa yenye ho adwuma eye review scratch for win *850*5# yenye nsisi na yenidi peche very well ma menka mo se Nyankopon ya domo a eye memene day 28 February 2026 ade ato class media enia mo mabuan na yenyi mpanyifo se ne ade ato ne nyo no na eyi yenua ne ne wa hanom eye Joshua Bruce Smith do na friend Captain Smith bi feno Bismarck apa slow brabe jam no isanse wo kan chinagu na yeyo no memene day na eba so ye okwahye my school park adopa no watwe 8 am na kwasiada first match nso ya toaso wo Mantimora Pentecostal Church kwashibu ye nyina yemra na ye ne abusua emesu na ye ma ono nso de ye ye ka mo so say adwumre 8 pm UEFA Champions League live commentary Black Ofa ne team no betna say but Real Madrid versus Benfica teams mmienu nyina nya papa Manchester nkanu ano no Manchester United forever they say Michael Carrick Charlie enema ye okroma no say me maka kire Alaji Sido Agungu so family salary nema Michael Carrick Charlie adwuma ye no they say me go two teams Manchester United and I'm san support to Semenyo City Semenyo say City boy me team hu jai but anyways Real Madrid for more money Benfica first leg you know you send your call Real Madrid share 1 and say kwayo first leg no I think Real Madrid share 1 we no omba Benfica krum but when Benfica call Real Madrid hey I dey bad you playoff no but anyways intimacy now and the live commentary Bremo 8 p.m. Nana Otu DarKo production team thank you so much for doing good production. Those of you that join us on Facebook, we are super grateful. Watching Nyame Aduma, your best share same time. I love all of you. Stay on. Bye bye.